Welcome. So this is our continuation of our Verified Creator Showcase. And today we have Malloy and Korodic. Korodic is well known for his useful series, useful brigs, useful mess halls, um, useful morgues, which I'll comment on a little bit later because it's funny. That's one I was kind of like, I'm not sure that's for me, but now I'm like, oh no, I'm all about it.
It's wholesome family fun.
and and your newest mod that you both worked on together, and why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I'll let you lead with that, Malloy.
Uh,
Well, tell us the name of it first, and then tell us what it does.
okay. Yeah, we just worked together on a mod called Modular Explosive Delivery System, or MEDS for short. Essentially, it's 3 weapon systems in one mod. You got remote detonation, first-person weapon that has 4 different payload types. So that's a remote detonation dynamic. Each of those payloads can then be adapted into either an autonomous drone or a first-person remote control drone. So 3 systems, all based around the same kit. The lore was that it was supposed to be for mining and excavators in the far expanses beyond the settled systems. So kind of like I guess the inspiration was if miners are out there and they're dealing with aliens in caves and stuff. Although we all know that there's barely any aliens in caves, but it's part of the storytelling. That's how it came to be, and that's what it ended up being. I think it was quite an interesting story of how it came about, right, Korodic? When I remember, I can't remember exactly when, but you kind of hit me up out of the blue, didn't you, with like an MVP? You had a minimal viable product of the drone, and you kind of showed me, and then
Yeah, I met Malloy through him reaching out to me for non-lethal framework, and if you look at the original non-lethal framework and then the new one, he designed the improved handcuffs. So then I was like, I really suck at art. And this man produced a staple gun mod that was god tier for a staple gun. And I was just like, I need this man in my life. So I was trying to come up with stuff because he was open to working with me. And what I had was a flying race creature that at the time I was really fixated on social skills. So I actually have a video somewhere of using a social skill to assign a drone target, and then you just see this flying creature swoop in from the sky and just go kill a random person in the distance. So when I showed him this, I was like, I want drones. Can we make this happen? And I've bothered a few people about this. I was like, you know what I've seen videos of out there in the wild? Drones. You know what's like a really cool concept for the future, since this is like the real future? Drones. I mean, you can look at the detail of those staple guns, and they're faction specific, like the context of which you find them, like they reflect that. So if you're around an industrial area, you'll find them a little bit more banged up. If you're around the Crimson Fleet, you'll probably find like appropriate tagging. You can even see that, like that one right there that has like the see-through to it, so you can see the inner working mechanics of it. So when I saw this, I was like, we could have really cool stuff in the game.
Yeah.
So I think he liked the drone stuff because he said yes.
I when you showed me the MVP, like, my initial thing was like, oh, the mechanics are here. Like, the mechanics are here, but the execution was a little bit funky. Do you remember like the NPCs fade in? I think that's just like a base creation engine thing where the actors fade in, or you can set them to not fade in, but we still had issues with the flying creature just kind of fading in from nothing. So we went, the beginning of this process and this kind of collaboration was basically us going back and forth and trying to find a solution for having a drone that starts off as a weapon eventually be a functioning actor, with like that clean process in between, so that there's nothing that kind of snaps the player out of the immersion of using it for, throwing it. It feels like you are interacting with the thing that you've just deployed. I think one of my biggest gripes with, kind of immersive playing is probably the boost pack. If you're inside a location and you don't have your spacesuit on, and then you suddenly end up using the thrust, just the backpack will appear on the back of the player out of nowhere. And I know that's just video games and something that you have to accept now and again. But I always like it if we can aim for things to be as seamless as possible. And I think the original MVP that you showed me, that Korodic came to me with, I could see the mechanics were there, but we really banged our head against the wall to get it as clean as the deployment is in the final product.
So it started with the autonomous drone, but if you go over one more image to the right, Sweet Pea, this was the concept art that drove the changes to this. So that brick kind of design and the propellers, and it looked like it was modular. So I was like, what if we did that? So this was me going to Malloy like, hey, you know how like we were working on something? Let's make it harder.
Yeah.
Let's make it harder. Well, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I was looking at Fallout 4 because here's the cool thing about Bethesda games, right? They're the same engine. They relatively, right? There's key differences, but like you can look to past games for inspiration to the present. And unfortunately, Bethesda doesn't add everything everybody designed and made really cool stuff for in past games to add to the current. For example, Fallout 4 has somebody created a riot shield. So they have like a riot shield framework, or like, the dismemberment system, or Fallout 76 has saving blueprints, which, hopefully that's something that they do eventually add.
Yeah.
We've seen big changes like the rover, so maybe there's a chance we'll see some other big feature changes, including the map. The map was another big change I think people take for granted.
Man, I don't. I love the map.
Yeah. I remember when it used to just be blue and white dots.
Yes.
It's a huge change. So anyway, yeah, we were looking at doing remotely detonated explosives that you could then snap into this drone system. You could have different payloads. And then eventually I was like, Malloy, could we make it so you could pilot it? I have an idea.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I think we'd already been working on it for about a month and a half at that point. And, every kind of like new idea that you bring into something, it requires an element of like R&D, research and seeing what will work, what won't work. And as you're doing it, you find all of these caveats, and then you bang your head against the wall for 3 days, and you find out that it was something incredibly simple that just wasn't documented, and then you you just lose time and time and time and time just trying to find the solution.
Y'all are really gonna love hanging out with Marv. Let me tell you what. He's the one. Well, he's the one that worked with me for my custom workbenches to solve the third-person bug. He's the one that came up with that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So he loves to make it harder. So yeah.
And I have to say,
it's awesome though.
Speaking with Marv, even speaking with Malloy, and speaking with you, like, I read a lot of people talking about Starfield in a negative light, like, oh, paid content is the downfall of the modding community, and like, it's not that simple. Everybody I've ever gone to for help, and people who have come to me for help, I haven't turned them away. I've always tried to still go out there and help people, and I've received the same. Like people who, even like Laurent Kiar, who does the engine fixes, I brought to his attention. If you scroll down on the description on this page here, we do try to be as transparent as possible. One of the issues we found, and this was terrible timing, mind you, we had just released this, and people were like, we have bugs I had not seen before. We had tested this for months. The game updated, so engine fixes updated, and I used engine fixes, so I had tested it with it. there was an issue with the unequip all fix that Engine Fixes has. So I'm frantically, as people are reviewing this, which, you know, as an author yourself, you've released something and you found something, you're like, oh, that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also
Yeah.
part of people's reviews. And a lot of these YouTubers that do reviews of content, understandably, don't have time to always go back and re-review your content. But if they had a game-breaking glitch or something like that you didn't catch in testing, like that's the first impression that everybody gets.
Right.
And it's brutal.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is, but it's also, you know, like it did help us, right? You know, like when we were watching Alexander, or he has LX6R because it wouldn't let him have the ampersand. LX6R is like a fantastic reviewer because he's incredibly thorough. He does a live stream when the new mods come out, and he basically like bangs it against a wall until like, you know, things come up. And I remember he didn't have the delay issue, but he did have some of the other issues that popped up with what was it, the skins, and also that engine fixes. The engine fix, that was like the first time that engine fixes conflict kind of came up with the PC. What would you call it? Well, the engine fix deployment. Do you remember what the conflict was there? Because that was the first time it came up, and then we basically, you were like, I remember you were busy, but you were basically on call and managed to find the solution for it whilst he was still streaming, and we had a fix kind of like prepared by the time he'd even finished, you know, that initial stream. So
That's great.
I think sometimes, like, even if a reviewer who puts out a video like has a problem, it's always better for the players, you know, like because they're highlighting something that, you know, we tested it on 3 different devices. The Xbox, you tested it on your Xbox. I've got a mid-tier laptop, and Korodic has like a high-end PC, like a beast. So we had a good, you know, spread of devices that we tested it on, and we still didn't find, you know, those things. So it is a shame though. Like to Korodic's point, once the reviewers have put the video out, yeah, they're less likely to go back and change, or like do an update saying, hey, a fix has been published. But yeah,
I'm still happy though.
Is, you know?
You know, the thing is, like, I don't want anybody who's ever purchased something to feel anger or resentment in their purchase.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, creating content is going to be highly subjective, and you try to explain it as best you can.
Your documentation is fantastic. I'm just gonna say that right now. I really appreciate like all this stuff, like possible issues, all this stuff. Like I've noticed that, you know, as a mod author, I appreciate this because, you know, this is where you find it. This is, you know, I appreciate this a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we don't want to break people's games. Certainly not if we have the knowledge to like help set it right. One of the things that the community also misunderstands are like, does this work with this? I'm like, I don't know. does an engine from like, I don't know, a Ford work in a Mazda? Like maybe is I don't know what it takes to get there.
Well, that's what's funny. Like if you're adding a cup holder to this, it probably does. It's probably fine. If you're adding a new engine, probably not. So you got to think about it that way. You know, does the seat cover work?
Totally.
Probably. You know, it's probably fine. your weapon skins or whatever. But
yeah, I love everything about the way this came out. It's high quality. It feels like it fits in the game. We were heavy on integration. You know, we tried to think of everything. This particular thing is something that we wanted to be buildable, so it's in the workbench, because, you know, we were so wary though to put it in the workbench too, because there's already like so much workbench clutter. But
what's funny is I don't have that much workbench clutter. You're fine for my game, but yeah, I mean, I guess it would depend on what mod you use, but this all right. So here we go. I'm a new person. I did already get it. What's funny is I was having so much fun playing with useful morgues that I didn't end up. And I actually already own the staple thing. So let me go ahead and download that too.
Snap.
I didn't realize that was your mod. So I was like, oh my gosh, okay, well let's get the staplers back in.
Malloy has a few things, but
Yeah, what else
because
do
he
you
had
have?
changed his name, it doesn't directly associate. If you actually go back to the Staple Edition, I think you might be able to
Oh
like
yeah.
pull up his name to see the others through that.
Okay.
Hey,
Alright,
we
let me
got
go
a
ahead
Star-
and
we got a
let me
Dark
go
Star
ahead.
patch. Look at that.
Oh, is there a Dark Star
So-
patch? Awesome. Okay,
someone's
yeah,
done one.
I'm gonna get the Dark Star patch because that's hilarious. Was that Cyber Ghost? Did Cyber Ghost do it? I wonder who did it.
It could be.
All right, let's see what else she did. Okay, so what?
Oh, I guess it doesn't.
All right, tell me your other
Because by the
name.
ring.
What's your other name?
Well, I
Might be
changed
better
it
to go by the
to
creation.
I changed it to Anvil when I kind of like realized that we were gonna set up a small team kind of deal.
Is it just Anvil or Anvil?
So Anvil's going to have two things right now. It's going to have the modular explosive delivery system,
Okay.
and it's going to have improvised weapons. Improvised weapons was a spin-off from modular explosive delivery system for people who just wanted remote detonation
Okay.
without the whole drone aspect, because not everybody wants drones in their game.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, let's get that too.
The other thing, about that was just having it be more economical.
Mm-hmm.
It's priced lower, so if that's all you want, that's all you need, like here's what we got for you. And
It's
the concept of expanding upon that later, because it's improvised weapons. We didn't want to just call it remote detonated can.
yeah.
Right.
We'd like to give more value to people.
Yeah.
If
So-
it fits the
yeah.
scope.
So tell me, where would you, if you're going to put this in load order, where would you put it? I'm just going to ask you all the questions I think that people would
No,
want,
that's good.
would want to know.
It can go anywhere.
It can go anywhere. Okay, I'm going to just put it with my other weapons then. So I actually, I have the little in load order help. There's like a pinned post where it tells you like the formula for your load order. And I do that, but then I put things in ABC order, like within that framework, so it's easy for me to find things. Let's see. Like it's gotten.
Malloy, did you want to show the spacesuit thing as well?
Okay.
I'm good because I've got like an update in the works, but yeah, I guess we could do. When I first kind of like dived in, when it came to like first publishing a creation, I wanted like a baptism of fire, so full production pipeline on skeletal meshwork was my plan, and I just wanted to fully understand like how to do all of like the outfits, the armors, and how the character system worked. So I ended up creating the Dredgeborn armor, which was HR Geiger inspired, and I didn't work from a concept on that one. I kind of just like free sculpted it from the proportions of the Starborn armor, and I had like a mood board with like the cool armor designs from Prometheus. I always loved the engineers kind of like armor from the Prometheus alien film, and then a whole bunch of other HR Geiger.
Is that on creations here?
Yeah. If you go to search and you type in Dredgeborn, one word.
Oh, okay. I know what that is. I've seen that before.
Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of like my first foray into it, and it was also like I was just trying to get the pipeline down as well, because I didn't want to have to use the 3ds Max tool, so I wanted to try and use the Starfield geometry bridge tool, which did support more targets and everything else like that. So yeah, I kind of went down this whole crazy, just like 0 to 100 on a custom armor. I don't think it was everyone's cup of tea, but I think it resonated with some people. I remember the reviews were mixed. I thought some people thought it looked garbage and some people absolutely loved it. So the cosmetic skins there were from the help of my girlfriend, which I was very happy.
Now, is this actually like a skin for Starborn armor, or is it a whole separate thing?
It's a separate armor,
Okay.
but it's placed in the mast research department.
Oh,
like the
yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, this was my first kind of like full-on deployment, and I wasn't really talking with a lot of other modders at this time. I am part of the Lasagna House of Lasagna community, which is like Fen Halloran, and I mentioned like I tuned in to watch the Fen Hal stream.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I
And
love
it's with
her.
Murty, Javogi, and
Her stuff is
just
just
like
gorgeous.
yeah, like it's a small community of like people kind of like diving in and kind of reverse engineering and tearing things apart, like every modding community. And I just wasn't really familiar with modding etiquette in terms of don't mess with the vanilla files because it will cause conflict. So I wasn't really
Right.
fully familiar with that. So luckily, I kind of crossed paths with Anoctium, Richard, and then I crossed paths with Jared, and basically they both, which is Korodic. Sorry for doxing you, Korodic.
That's okay. I've already been docked. It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, I was whipped into shape. Like, I fully understand how not to edit the game and make game-breaking changes. But like you will find this armor in the masked research and development, but it does. I did move around some vanilla assets to make that work there, and so if someone else has a mod that also utilizes that area, there might be some problems. So I need to add that to the description. But I'm currently, like I said, I'm currently in the process of redoing this. I thought I could improve upon the quality of this design, so I ended up hiring a concept artist to do a once-over on it, on my original design, but tailor it more to like a higher quality like HR Geiger inspired design, like really push it. And I'm really happy with the concept art that they provided.
Cool.
So,
Well, I already bought it now,
yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
ahead. I'm ahead of the game.
Oh snap!
And I don't have any mods that do anything to mask, so I'm fine.
Also, yeah, I will fix all of that so it doesn't conflict. But yeah, it's been a journey.
I totally get that. So my first mod was, well, I mean, what I consider my first real mod was Walls of Starfield, which at the time there wasn't anything like it, and it just allows you to decorate, like make little spaces, like this is the bathroom, or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I look back at that mod. It's been over a year now. The anniversary of that was June 22nd, and the new mod that I came out with it. I look at that mod compared to the first one, and I had no variations. I had no, like, everything was just listed singly, so it just like totally, clutters up your lists and all that. And I'm just kind of like, ugh. But you can't take it down because it has 58,000 downloads, so it's like,
yeah, right. It's I think it's quite crazy to think, after I've been doing this for a year now. I think it was this time last year that I submitted the Dredgeborn. I've been obviously learning the creation kit a few months before that first submission, and like looking back, like you just learn so much.
Oh my
gosh,
it
compounds really hard, and you kind of then want to go back and fix everything up.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yep. And I what's funny is basically Walls of Starfield in my new mod is just one little tab that I added a whole bunch of different stuff. And yeah, so that's my homage to that old mod.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, so I totally get that, what you're saying. Yeah, you'll look at this in 2 years and be like, but it sounds like you're gonna update it though, right? So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of torn, like, because I think like it's had a lot of downloads, and I think some people really love it, and I'm kind of scared to do an update to it that changes it. That maybe some people are attached to the one that they've bought. That this is something that goes through my mind.
Oh, you just add it as another variation.
As separate, yeah.
Yeah, you just make another form. It's no big deal. You just make another form list. It's another
little
little
tab.
tab.
You made is ugly.
Yeah. I mean, people might. You can even. Yeah, I wouldn't even. I would just
still
make
waiting
another,
for the Dredgeborn faction.
Yeah.
We need a whole faction spin.
Oh my gosh.
Dredgeborn inspired weapons and ships.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna have to restart.
Dark powers.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on a second. I think I got everything loaded in the right place though, so should be good. All right. Start the game.
I gotta confess, I think working on the meds kit was like so intense that I can barely remember. Like I feel like
PTSD.
yeah, I think part of my brain disappeared. Like there's the middle stage when we were implementing everything. I can barely remember how we did it. I remember the last part of implementation and working with like the effect sequences, but the technical stuff that we got it to all line up and be clean, I can't remember. Like I have to reverse engineer the forms. Um, can you remember any of that stuff?
I remember we had the drones wearing pants. That was great.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
It's hilarious. Yeah,
We
Angry still laughs about the pants.
I've shown that video to a few people just because I'm like, I don't think you
Nice.
understand what I had to do to make this work. I made them wear pants. So like, what do you mean? I was like, well, if drones wore pants, do you think they wear them like this or like this?
That's funny. Well, so that was just like the pants were like a visual representation, kind of so you could.
Oh no, they were legitimately pants.
Oh
Yeah.
we needed pants. Yeah, the drones actually do have pants. They have
So
they are equipped with pants.
So the thing about that is the drones, originally we were doing a flying race, and the flying race, the way it moved was super cool. It was very roundabout, it glided, it curved in its movement. And that was a huge fight, is like, okay, we can't use the flying animations because animations do more than just make something move. It's a whole system.
Sound
It
cues.
can also coordinate sound cues, right?
Yeah.
So even though it's not a creature, if you got close to the drone, you would hear it breathing, and you would hear it flapping wings that it did not have.
And you can't shut it off from within the creation kit.
But you know what doesn't make noise? Humans. Humans do not make noise when they're standing still doing nothing.
Mhm.
They do make noise when they move, and when they move, the noise they make depends on the surface that they're walking on. So what the pants were doing is actually using an alternate footstep sound, which was nothing.
Yeah, we nullified. We had to nullify the footsteps because by default you would hear like ding 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 as you were like, you'd be running around in like on Mars, and then you'd hear like these soft sand displacing footprints or footsteps, kind of like
right behind you. Nothing's there but the drone.
Yeah, like where's that coming from? I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, no, you are kidding me. You are kidding me. But yeah, we found a solution, and the solution is give your drones pants. So if you guys want to make drones, give them pants.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, I'm here, I'm in front of my industrial workbench, so what do I do?
So do you have a skill in demolitions? If you don't have at least 1 point in demolitions, you won't be able to craft them. You can go buy them from a store.
Okay.
You do not. It's the red one, the combat, yeah.
Oh no.
So now that you have a tier of 1, yeah, now you can go inside of there. And you'll find them in the crafting section. You know, the one thing I think I realized too later, Malloy, is that the damage...
Hey!
Staples too.
The damage from the drones, I was able to get the damage to display on them. Originally, we did not have that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know if it shows the damage scales upward with your explosive skills. So worry not, even if it looks lower damage, it does scale up with your explosive skill.
Gotcha.
So if you scroll down, you'll see it's all going to be under meds. So we tried to group it under that name. Yeah, there's the detonator and the explosive can. There's also the handcuffs from...
handcuffs, look at that.
Yeah, from Non-Lethal Framework. Those are the fancy cuffs. If you look at the Non-Lethal Framework, the free version, you'll see an image of the old cuffs, which I actually took off of the security uniform. And I have no art skill, so that was a work of art at the time.
Okay.
So here's the med stuff. You can do the hunters. The hunters are like the follower variant that autonomously attack your enemies when you get into combat. If you take a closer look, you see it's got the little LED ring. That ring changes based on their combat state. If they're searching for something and they know a hostile is nearby, that ring turns yellow. If
Oh,
they're
wow.
attacking something, it turns red. And if you go down to the payload, you'll see there's lights on the payload as well, the red and green. And when you throw the payload, you'll see it goes into an arm state. You'll hear it click in.
Huh.
So all the art stuff in this is actually really
Wow.
advanced.
This is
And
gorgeous.
the other thing too, I forgot to mention before, you were talking about like difficult things to do.
Hmm.
Sticky explosive payloads.
Mm.
The
Yeah, that
explosive
was tough.
payloads, to get them to be sticky, like if you look at the remote explosives in Fallout 4, if I recall correctly, they don't stick to surfaces. You throw them, you can blow them up. But in Starfield, you have zero gravity, so if you throw something, it might keep going for a while. So having the option to have the sticky stuff is actually really good. If you want the non-sticky variant, that's where the improvised weapons comes in as well.
Now,
Yes.
So
are these like disposable? Do you have to make more than one, or do you just kind of make one and then you just make more stuff? Is it like making a gun,
uh,
or is it like making a
No,
grenade?
they are disposable. They will blow up and that's it. So
Okay,
it's
so
you've got
you
to
have to get more
you've got
than
to
one of
take a
them.
bunch.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
and you'll definitely want to. So you have to build the payloads to build the drones. If you don't have a payload built, then you can't build a drone because the drones require payloads.
Gotcha. Unless you have the mod I have that just lets me build everything anyway. So
Yeah, there you go.
yeah,
Um,
that's part of the captain's bundle, FYI.
Gotcha. The ones that say remote, by the way, those are the ones that you can control.
All right,
Those
I think
probably aren't the best to
Yeah.
throw inside of a ship because,
we'll do it outside.
yeah.
All right, let me just do one of each, I guess. All right, so make payload.
So the one thing you can't do, building, because this is not a disposable object, it's reusable,
Uh-huh.
is the detonator. The detonator you will have to pick up from one of the vendors.
Oh, okay.
The detonator is just for the payloads. You don't need the detonator. So if you throw a payload on the ground and you shoot it, it should still blow up. But of course, if you want to do it from a safer distance, without having to worry about things between you and it, you're going to want the detonator.
So who do I get detonators from?
Originally, this was based in the concept of mining, like
Okay.
civilians. So if you go to Neon, the Miners League is a guaranteed supplier of it.
Okay, let's go get that.
I'm trying to remember who the other supplier was. Do you remember who that was, Malloy?
Yeah, you've got UC Supply in Sidonia, or what was the other one? Is that the one you just said?
No, so it's actually going to be that one. That's the
Yeah.
other one. So you can go to Sidonia, or you can go to Neon.
Sorry, I was just getting myself a glass of water. Apologies.
Shame.
Yeah, for shame.
Orbital insertion achieved. We're
All right,
spacebound.
let's make sure I don't have any contraband. Might have some corpses or something.
Some Christmas corpses.
I don't have any Christmas ones. I didn't get that since it wasn't Christmas, but okay.
Somebody was asking me, Malloy, to have like a Halloween themed one or just like general birthday.
That'd be pretty fun. I'd
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
I'd probably do that. All right.
In theory, we could make it so that the corpses have like random wrapping paper if we went with the present theme again.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
But that would be a lot of extra work just to make that one little thing happen.
Everything is incredible amounts of work in this thing. Like every small thing
Yeah.
takes so much time.
Okay. See, we're gonna. I'm like right in the middle of Sam Coe's quest, but that's okay. We'll just bring her along.
Sam in the backseat. What are you doing? Why are we leaving? We're not done.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean, I finished that part. I guess you'd have to go to that one planet or whatever, which might be a really cool place to try out all this stuff. So, I might just go do it after I get. Let's see. Okay, so the mining league. Oh, there we go, right there.
neighborhood like no other.
Here to purchase some mining goods? Welcome, my friend. It's been a long time
He's so
since
funny.
I've seen a new face.
Got my little heat leech in the back. Ah, business camp. A location like that, that's a surprise.
The first time I laid eyes on this building, I felt the
This is
same.
one of the things I actually don't love about
When I
Starfield.
opened this
Can I
shop,
just
I had
buy
no
stuff
ambition
without,
of
like,
creating
I
a
know.
supply
a
in
history?
Yet here I am. Only
Okay.
Everyone's got a
Yeah,
story.
tough break.
if only I had.
Oh.
Perhaps like
I'd like to see what
Yo,
you have for
sucks, bro.
sale.
certainly, my friend.
Yeah.
I'd like to help you by buying things. How about that? Does that work? What would it be under aid? See. Oh, there we go, there we go.
And weapons for the detonator. So you actually got a really good roll here.
Nice.
And they are meant to be pretty expensive. They are powerful. You know, you don't have to like be up in front of an enemy.
Uh-huh.
But I'll tell people this too. Explosives were very difficult to work with. They don't have legendary effects. They don't have as much benefits from perks. Like there's not much overlap on that. Explosives have fall off damage depending on your distance to the explosion.
Mhm.
So I think that explosives were not very well balanced in the base game, because when we first released improvised weapons, people were telling us, well, this is useless. And it's like, we based this on the original frag grenade. But I mean, you know, how often, Sweet Pea, would you say that you use like the mines and frag grenades of the base game?
Yeah, never. I sell them.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
I like to play Vanilla Plus. You know, like I don't have a heavily loaded like playthrough yet. Like I want to do a very very heavy like overhauled playthrough, but the current one is very like limited and you know, very vanilla, and all the time I'm always just going to the weapons, like the rifles, like, you know, using the Kodama or the Grendel, etc. It's like easier. It's just so much easier to spray things down than throw explosives.
Explosives also don't have object mods, so you know you won't see quality tiers either. So they're at a huge disadvantage, and you run the risk of being either too overpowered early on,
Mm-hmm.
and not powerful enough later on, or like super overpowered like all the time. I feel like we got it at a good balance with the more recent patch that's coming out. I hope you don't experience any of the issues in your playthrough, but we do have a patch on the way. That hasn't released yet, has it, Malloy?
No, it's been a month. Hopefully, sometime now.
Let's go find just a regular. I think just kind of a regular POI is going to be the best place to. Or well, where's going to be the best? Where is going to be the best place to kind of show this off? You think?
Anywhere really.
Okay.
Yeah, it's any POI will work.
Let's see.
I always find like feels like I win the lottery if I come across the abandoned hangar. It's got like so many.
Oh yeah, I love the
Oh
abandoned.
yeah.
Super fun.
Why don't you go over to Olympus, slightly
Okay.
northwest of your current location, because there is the zero gravity space station. So these will work in zero gravity. They actually have a special effect if they're in zero gravity, where it cuts the propeller and goes directly to the thruster.
Oh yeah.
Small little visual detail we thought people would appreciate.
What's sad is I'm kind of setting him up to die, so
Hey.
I'm basically gonna do his quest and then
Talking integrity.
do some of the main quests, and he's gonna die. So
Good to go, Cap.
kind of
Oh,
sad.
this is a good wholesome family. Come here, Sam.
All right, so what do I need to do here? Equip it or?
Yes. So if you're inside, by the way, it's always good to throw the remote drone a little lower to make sure you don't accidentally get clipped out of the ceiling. That's just, you know, how the game is.
Mhm.
The hunters you can throw down at any point. So here's the thing: if they don't see an enemy, the hunters, which are the autonomous ones, they will follow you, and they'll follow you until an enemy is detected, and then they just take off and do their own thing.
Oh, cool.
The
All right.
other piece to that is if you don't want them out any longer, you can pick them right back up and it goes right back in your inventory.
Okay, so just kind of assign it.
Yeah, so you can either just equip it like you would a frag grenade. If you want to have it in your quick bar, you can absolutely do that as well.
And so can I just throw it out now and it'll just follow me around?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It works like a follower. It's just a very short-lived follower.
Oh, that is
So if you look at it,
so freaking cool. Okay, hold on.
yeah, you can pick it up if you want to. And it'll go right back in your inventory. And you can, if you take a quick look at it, the blades are not spinning, and that's because it's in the zero gravity.
Okay.
So it's just kind of hanging out, using its thrusters. If it goes fast enough, you'll also see that it kicks in harder on the
Sure.
thrusters.
Should I go get it?
Yeah, maybe
Should
it's having
follow.
issues pathing too. If it
Okay.
goes into combat, it's absolutely gonna just start flying. As with any of the NPCs in this game, sometimes their AI packages don't kick in right away.
Yeah.
You can also leave it out. Yeah, you can deploy it now if you want to.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
There it goes.
Here comes the fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can just throw out a bunch if you want. You don't have to
Okay.
make it one. The only thing to be aware of, if you throw out a bunch, if they shoot them in front of you, it will blow up.
Okay.
So,
Thanks for playing.
yeah.
Bye.
Oh.
All right, I just kind of want to. I'm just gonna throw a bunch out and watch.
Oh yeah, go for it. I love to do it
Yeah,
myself.
that's my favorite thing.
I love the little woo woo. That's great.
That's the
blade.
brake. Yeah, kicking in for the stopping the propeller. So you're also using the base explosive. You can also use the high yield if you have it. More likely to get the kill when they do the
Oh,
explosion.
that is so great.
Do you see the trail too? Like if they go fast enough, the trail kicks in. All depends whether or not they're sprinting.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Yeah, we really
There
need
it
to
is.
find a way to get explosives to scale, huh?
It's a vanilla thing. You're not gonna get it
Woohoo!
because if you did so if you have a pistol, right, and you've got different attachments to it, it breaks the stack. And one of the issues we had, because originally the explosive was just one explosive, and then the type of payload it was an OMOD, and it was creating issues in the inventory because it wasn't
Yeah, you're right.
stacking
Well,
them properly.
I just took everything out with that. So
It's working. Okay.
Yeah, almost everything. It looks like there's 3 on your compass.
well, I mean
still.
the ones that are in this room.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
wow, I
they're
gotta come
fairly
back.
powerful. They're meant to be a little expensive though, especially since they're single use.
This is pretty cool.
Cooked.
Now, here's the thing about that too. You didn't seem to encounter them, or maybe you killed them quickly. There is a chance you will come across enemy drone operators. That's going to be more clear in the next update because we've labeled enemies as drone operators.
Uh-huh.
The drone operators. So I can't force an NPC to throw a grenade.
Today's not gonna be your day. Pal.
So the way they currently work is they spawn next to them, like above them, and there's a fixed number
funny.
that they'll have, random, and it's chance based whether they're spacers or what was the other one we did? Crimson Fleet.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might find a drone occasionally coming for you, and they are quite hard to dodge. So
Oh, that's all right.
running
I
into
got
a
good
settlement
armor.
is risky. But that's another thing is it also makes having armor with explosive resistance that much more valuable. Because in the base game, yeah, you could give yourself explosive resistance, but why would you?
That's true.
I expect some people to hit me up with some hate mail, fully expect it.
That's
It's kind of like
funny.
running into a fat man enemy in
Yeah.
Fallout 4.
Well, what's funny
It's not going to
is
happen all the time.
if you have Twinkle's weapons and you start you make sure you have good armor. So I already have good armor because of EX Solutions.
That's good.
Yeah, corpse.
he has this rainbow gun that shoots deadly rainbows at you, and yeah, if you don't have some explosive resistance, you're done.
This feels like old times. As threats go, spacers aren't even close to the top of the list. But they are responsible for all manner of miseries.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
So the other one that you'll get to try is the
I
remote.
feel lucky.
Yeah, we should hit up an atmosphere, like an exterior atmosphere, I think.
We'll go. Let's see. Where's a good place that has some dangerous beasties that we can go? I mean, I don't want to start killing fox bats because I'll have like a revolt probably. But maybe
That's a
something
good
like
question.
that. Something like that.
I
would
mean,
be
I
good.
don't.
See,
Red Mile.
Oh yeah, that's a
For
good
those
idea.
people.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
You won't get a lot of XP for Red Mile, but
No. As
there
in, like,
definitely
the
are
creatures.
creatures.
Yeah, the gobblers.
Yeah, no, that's actually. I usually try to get one of them as pets. Actually, they're actually really good pets. I don't know if you guys use Xenomaster, but I love Xenomaster.
It's on my list when I'm gonna do like a big, like deviate away from vanilla as much as possible. I'm definitely gonna get on that because it looks awesome.
Oh, Xenomaster is. I mean, it's not like anti-vanilla. It's pretty. I mean, actually, boy, if you come from Elder Scrolls, I played a pet sword for the
Yeah.
last 8 years, so it's basically pet sword,
That's cool. Yeah, no, yeah.
which I really loved.
I want to say it's in
Oh.
Parima.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things about the named planets, right? You kind of forget.
Well,
What's
I get
where?
it mixed up with Bolai, and I should know that it's that, but
It took me a while to realize. Yeah, it's the same system as Paradiso.
okay. So what I do is I just.
There's a
I
system.
think
Oh no,
Yeah.
I always just survey this planet. Anyway, there's actually a lot of POIs around here. All right, let's
satellite.
see if we can find one. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, there's loads. Cheeky rapscallions.
There's like.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of POIs. Just hear explosions in the distance.
Oh no, isn't that funny? We can just go over here.
See if you can get me a vid reception. I'll listen to my stories.
What I'd like is a nice building to just sit on top of so I can mess around.
The cool thing about the drones too is you can deploy them from behind cover. You don't have to expose yourself to the enemy in order to
Huh, that's cool.
engage with them.
Yeah. Alright.
You can actually use the drone to travel around too and discover POIs. Can't use it for the scanning, but oh,
The Red Mile Gobbler.
That's pretty fun. Alright, hold on. I can probably...
you still have some perk points left over too. If you
Yeah, I
do get
know.
the unlock for the extra demolition points, that will help you too in terms of getting kills.
Oh, what, like max out the demolition stack?
Yeah, demolition.
Yeah.
For the explosive drones, anyway. There's two
got one.
gas-based ones.
Hey.
That
Alright, so now I have
Beautiful.
one as a pet.
nobody tell Nintendo about that.
Shh.
They're coming.
Yeah.
They're coming for all battle pets. Yeah.
He's not a battle pet. I only use him for sleeping in front of fireplaces. That's all that
He's
he's
a cozy
good
pet.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cozy
No
pet.
battling. Cozy.
Alright, so
cozy
let's
pal.
see what we got here. Alright, so we can do throw bowls. We can do is
Go high
a
yield.
rope.
Go big bada boom. Big bada boom.
Okay. Remote.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see. Issues, no issues. No
So
issues.
what do you do? Just. Ooh.
Oh,
Did I
dear.
just die?
A little bit. So if you pull the right trigger, that's gonna
It will
detonate
detonate.
it.
Oh,
If you
okay.
pull the left trigger, that's gonna just exit and it'll drop the drone wherever it was. So the next one you throw,
Okay.
because I think you're out of that one. I think you only had one quantity
okay.
for that. But you do have two more. One was stun, one was toxic gas. Toxic gas is
nice.
going to get a buff in the next update as well. Actually, all the explosives are going to get a
Gun
little bit of a
gas
buff.
remote. Okay. Oh, I should have made more of those.
Yeah, no worry. It's all the same experience though. So left trigger, you hold that down to exit. Right trigger, you do to explode. But of course, you'll want to move around to your target.
Okay. So yeah, I want it to move around. Oh my god.
And this is the other kind of cool thing too. You'll see it's a custom HUD,
Yeah. That is
and you've got your
really
payload
cool.
listed at the top. There's also a health bar at the top as well.
All right. So does that left trigger make it blow up or?
So left trigger cancels out the connection, and it just drops the drone wherever it is. You can go pick it up. So you have the
okay.
option to either detonate your payload or not detonate your payload.
So how do you detonate it?
The right trigger.
Oh, right.
Well, if you're on a mouse, it's whatever you use to shoot. So it's the
yeah.
two controls are shoot and aim. But there's actually another function I almost forgot about, but some people might have use for. If you use the Starborn power keys.
Okay.
If you're on controller, that's the two bumpers. I don't play with keyboard. Forgive me. I know some people are very.
I'm on gamepad. I'm on the gamepad as well. Like.
So if you do that,
Yeah, I'm on the
one
keyboard
time makes
mouse.
it blink. Yeah, go ahead and throw one more out and use the Starborn power option.
Okay. Yeah, and this is probably something I'm just gonna have to mess around with. High yield payload.
One of the remotes. So if you go down one, or if you go, yeah, that's also one. So hunters are the autonomous. Remotes are the ones that you get to control.
Okay.
If you chuck it out. If you use the Starborn power.
Okay. So what does that do?
It's gonna turn off the HUD. So
Oh,
you
that's
can
cool,
use
look.
this like a free cam.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's your.
Hold on.
Holy shit.
Have a look at your character. Yeah, look. Yeah.
Used to that.
If you do it one more time, it'll turn off the HUD.
Okay.
Yeah,
And it's toggleable, so if you do it again, the HUD
That's
will
cool.
come
It looks
back.
like I'm holding a little tablet or something.
Little remote control tablet. That's it.
Yeah. And that's a custom tablet as well, specific to the drone kit.
Now you got.
So-
A
This
Alright.
is huge for Xbox because Xbox doesn't have access to the console.
oh no.
That's cool.
So the next update, we were talking about skins as one of the known issues. The next update, if you have an armor, like your armor, this must not be a skin, this must be the base armor. Let's say you have some other creation that lets you recolor an armor set, right? Currently, that's not reflected, but after the update, that will be reflected. So any customization you have through an armor mod will be shown on that character when you're in the remote drone mode, or the drone FPV, whatever you'd like to call it.
It's actually really fun just to watch them fly off.
It
now.
is. It's really cool.
When it's nighttime, you'll see
Oh,
those trails behind them a lot more clear too.
That is awesome. I think I just like the hunters are really neat.
Yeah,
So if
that's
you're doing a bounty hunter playthrough too, you're using non-lethal framework. Using the stun ones are really helpful because you can clear a room
Oh,
with
wow.
the stun and go in and then arrest them. Like, it's
helps.
I
helps
just-
with the, non-lethal.
yeah, it's like a whole new way to play, and you can basically just play as a drone operator if you wanted to.
That's really neat. Hold on. I bet you I could use it. I want to see something. Oh, can I not? Okay, I can't do that here. I was gonna say, I bet you I could. Stun is a really great way to catch Xenos.
Ooh.
You stun them, and then it's a lot easier to catch them. So I was gonna make some stun ones and see how that works.
I actually really
Yeah,
love
that-
the whole
that should
non-lethal
work.
aspect of this game. Like that's something unique to Starfield, and I feel
Yeah.
like it's pretty well done, but it's just heavily underutilized. Like social skills
I
extended was another bit like part of that.
I think it could do with a bit more, like. I get what you're saying. I just wish
Reintegration.
there was more reasons. Yeah, like more reasons to be non-lethal.
So I would really like to go back at some point, like as a free creation, and give players the non-lethal resolution to different parts in the story.
Oh, I think that'd be
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
The problem, it's just when you edit main quests, like I'm so weary to do that right now when the game is still in development, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, what if they release an update? And now if they release an update, I have to go back and update my stuff to include their fixes, and it's just a lot to maintain on top of all the other projects I want to do.
Right.
And you used to think at some point it was safe, like the game developer's done touching the game. I can finally like make like a script extender, right? I feel bad for the script extender people because it's a niche skill set, and every time the game updates the executable, they have to update their thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's Skyrim's Fallout, and because Skyrim at one point was like done, like they weren't doing more updates to it, and then out of nowhere they were just like,
All right, let's do more updates.
let's do more updates. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
anytime
I think
you touch
you're
the
right.
door, yeah,
I think you're right, Korodic. Like it's probably best to wait a little bit. I know like you can do so much more with a script extender, but with all of these things, you're having to combat the time sink. For like having to adjust and fix things after every rollout. And I'm optimistic and hopeful that the new DLC and the updates that they talked about, like that Tim talks about in that latest video, kind of like, what would you say? Like kind of, we don't know what systems are going to be improved like fully. I know like they talked about it in being like 4 different games and stuff, and I don't want to get into like speculation here, but it would be nice if like a lot of the game systems were kind of like rounded off, and then once the new update drops, you can kind of see like what we're working with, as it were, as if it's a canvas. Because you don't want to like put a lot of time, effort, heart, and soul into something, and then have it all just kind of like the rug pulled out under your work.
yeah, it's just a question of like when. I don't know that it's so much as if. Like, I'd love to have one of the key things in Skyrim I loved was like dialogue expansions. So when you hear the enemies say
yeah.
the same line like the 100th time, like some people don't like AI. I think it has good use cases for free content, particularly around the voices. It's very passable now. Like, I used to hate it. I hated that first iteration where it had like the clear robo voice in the background. Like, I don't know how people could stomach it, but to
Yeah.
each their own, right? But yeah, you could have a lot of different like new hailing dialogue, and it's a lot of voice types. But I think those are like the ways you spice up games and keep them alive, as you add more variety.
I think like personally, on a personal level, I think if you're going to sit there and write out all of those dialogue lines that you're going to add into the game for variety, I think you'd may as well. Yeah, you could use like the AI stuff, but then you could also just pass that on to town or like passionate community members or people who want to get involved, or you yourself.
But then
actually
you're
do the
not
write-ins.
expanding the vanilla lines when you hear it from the vanilla people. I mean, you could always do both.
Oh, you're talking
Um,
about synthesizing the actors' voices, etc. Yeah, I mean, like that's you start to get to like really. I think that's a grey area because that's.
It's free content, though. I mean, people are still going to debate me on the free content thing. I'm not talking about ever charging money for that.
Yeah, no. Totally.
I never want to steal work from artists. It's it's one of those things.
I think like one of the coolest things I can see happening with if this game can be opened up. I haven't explored really opened up in terms of, you know, like plugging in, I guess having access to an API or an external thing like that, where you could have an LLM channeled through an NPC.
I
Do you
think
get
that's
what I
the
mean? Like,
future, to expand dialogue past the vanilla stuff, and they can get contracts in place to make sure it's all above board.
I think that's
Um,
that's Nvidia's play at the moment, isn't it?
I
From
think
their
it. I
latest
think
tech
it would
demos.
have to be the charging system would have to be different, or it'd almost be like, you know how like if they play your music, you know, you'd get royalty, kind of. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think it would have to almost be a system like that. You know, where
in an
people are
MMO
still getting
setting, that
paid.
might work. Single player, I think that would be.
Well, no,
Expensive.
yeah, I
Yes.
mean, yeah, you couldn't. It would have to be a mod or something. I don't know. Somehow there would have
Yeah.
to be some way that people were getting paid for using their voice. And but I think the biggest thing that they're going to have to figure out with AI is, you know, look, just because I voice some movie doesn't mean you can take my voice and put it in your sex tape. And that is
Yeah.
that is going to be that is also something.
Yeah.
You know, you need to have protection. You know, what if that ends up being super famous and then all of a sudden something that you literally never did is what you're known
Well,
for? You know, I mean, that would
the
be terrible.
the one thing about like
Well, that's
this
true.
content for like a Starfield or something, I'm not talking about the actors' content outside of the context of the game.
Right.
Like, you know, because I've made this argument before. Voices are more personal, but like, you know, somebody made that 3D chair that you're seeing some NPC sit on. Nobody bats an eye if I take that chair, make like small tweaks to it, and re-release it on the Nexus, and say this is the greatest chair ever, even though I did like 2% of the work.
Right.
Which I might have also made it ugly. Who knows, right? But like, nobody bats an eye at that. But like, if you use like their in-game voice specific to this game, this title, to synthesize a voice, to release like one extra dialogue line, like some people are like, I hate it. It's like, okay, you're kind of doing the same for both. You're taking an original work, you're modifying it, and then you're releasing it. But one is okay and one is not okay. But again, voices are more personal. You're right. You don't ever want it to be attributed to something like a sex tape. And there was an actor.
You're opening a
voice
can of
actor.
worms, Korodic. You're
Oh
opening
yeah,
a can of
let's
worms.
let's not get into all that on
We're
this.
about to
but-
get into like a
No,
philosophy
and Malloy's gonna
debate.
go on a rant. Yeah.
Nah,
I don't
I'm not
wanna
gonna go
do
on a
that.
rant. No, dude, you're basically describing like the attitude. We're kind of in an era where the attitudes are changing from, you know, do people really appreciate craft, like what people make, versus what can the consumer enjoy. Like,
I guess
and
my
that's,
bigger
you
point
know,
Yeah.
is I love this game and I'd love to see more content added to it. That
100%.
you know, in any way that we can.
Lillian is like falling
change
out of
the
my ship.
experience.
That's really funny. There's a little bit of a bug with this little cockpit I have, but that's okay. Lillian's not gonna be here very long.
This right here is my catnip.
I mean, that's the great thing
Uh-oh.
about these games, though, is you can pick and choose like what you want added
Oh,
to your
yeah.
game or not.
That was a great shot.
Yo, wrecked.
This is the Freestar Collective vessel. Please respond. Spacers are easy targets. Most ships would have bugged out and left us with this mess. But you,
Did they just say
total
spacers are easy target, but required you to destroy all of them?
Yeah. Yeah, they
Hmm.
let me do all the work, but you know, salvage rights are enough for me.
Make 'em clean then. Thanks again for the help. Over and out.
You're most welcome.
Yesterday I did this. This is my little Rocinante build. I don't know if you've ever watched The Expanse, but
Oh yeah, I love The Expanse. Absolutely
this
love that
time-
show.
well, that the ASC Deimos, and actually there's some
Yeah, that's awesome.
cross heavy industries, I think is called. Those together, I was like, you know what? With these two mods, I think I can make a pretty passable Rocinante. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
okay. All right, so we're gonna try. So this is my plan to use the stun ones to see if I can get myself a foxbat pet.
Nice.
And then we'll hopefully find a POI that we can try to stun the hell out of everybody and see if we can do some non-lethal. Try that out.
It might be you might have a bit of luck chucking out the payloads, and then like 20
Apocalypse. I
payloads
haven't
all over the
seen
floor.
this. Whoa! Watch out! Whoa!
You
Well,
just
I
have to
was
remember
coming
that
in
cross
hot
some more
there.
too.
Coming in hot. I don't think I've ever seen Angry's Rocinante. I'll have to look at that. I'll have to tell him to.
I'm very excited for the Expanse game. Quite.
Oh, is there going to be an Expanse game?
Yeah, it was announced a while back. It
Oh,
looks
really?
it looks real beautiful. Yeah, real nice. Looking forward to it.
Just sitting here waiting for GTA 6.
I'm waiting for the DLC.
I'm gonna be playing that game probably until
think-
I retire, based on the
Unpopular
release
opinion.
cycle.
No, unpopular. Unpopular opinion. Like, we've waited so long for GTA 6, I think I'm over it. Kind
Wonderful as
of
living
like
worlds
just...
are. Look out for
Oh,
predators.
I mean,
hello.
If you want to play it on PC, you're probably gonna need to wait longer. That was like one of the one things I could not stand about GTA is they don't do the PC release at the same time as console.
Really? They do console
Nope.
first, or?
They do console first, and then they wait like a year, and then they release on PC. I swear they do it to like try to max profits to double dip because they know people aren't patient. So they'll buy it on console and then they'll buy it on PC.
Buy it on both.
But it's a terrible precedent. And honestly, I'm not even
Okay.
sure what's going on with consoles right now with Microsoft doubling the price of
Oh, yeah.
Game Pass, increasing the cost of everything Xbox. The console, like I've never owned a console that's appreciated in value. It went up like since I
yeah.
bought it. I didn't know
No,
I was
I
buying an
saw that.
investment with my Xbox.
I mean, like, Microsoft has a lot of, like, support. You know, like, obviously we all what's the word? We all make stuff for Microsoft, but it's kind of like, Microsoft have, like, a lot of support for their servers, and apparently it crashed with the amount of people that, like, were trying to cancel their, their, what would you call it? Game Pass.
Subscriptions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the subscriptions. It crashed the website, which is crazy because that can probably handle up to like 1 million plus people at one time. Oh, go on then.
Yeah. I just don't understand what their business strategy is with this. It's crazy.
Make more cheddar.
Maybe. Just glad to be a PC player at this time. I mean, I've got my
Right.
Xbox for testing our stuff because I always want to make sure that it works for
Yeah.
both platforms.
Oh, you got to get them angry, I think. Otherwise,
Yeah, they won't attack non-hostile.
Oh, okay.
Like,
That's funny. All right, let's go find something hostile. So,
You said you were looking for fox bats.
yeah. Hold on. They're gonna be around here somewhere. Although, you know, they might not be in this area.
The biome, yeah.
Yeah.
I like those flying creatures are cool.
I don't have good luck at. I don't think my aim is good enough to. I don't think you can make them angry. They're peaceful.
Oh, the
Alright.
fox bat.
No, not the fox bats. These guys. Oh my god!
Castaway
Look how
breezes.
cute they are. All right.
You
let
might
me
be
get
able
in.
to. I mean, they may not attack you, but as long as they're registered as an enemy, it should still trigger the combat.
Okay, so that's. I guess that's the only thing is it has to be hostile, right?
Yes
So-
and no. So that's why you have the remote drones as well. Remote drones,
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
need to depend on the autonomous feature. You can just fly it up there yourself and detonate it right on their face.
Gotcha. Let's see what this. All right,
Sounds
Sam.
mean. This is definitely not nice. Not like that.
Okay.
Looks like a tick thinks a horseshoe grab.
It's like it's a beetle, but I think they're cute and I like them to walk around my. Oh, cryomancer cave. Here we go.
Yeah, no.
The cryomancer cave. They have very cute little puppies that I like. So.
You
Go
capture all
let's
the
go
puppies.
get one. Yeah, gotta get the puppies.
Would you say you've got to catch them all?
No, that would be trademarked. So I would never do that. I would never say that. Xenomaster is. Okay. Alright, let's see.
Hey.
Oh, hold on.
Trying to catch him.
Yeah.
Oh, he shouldn't have done that. Where is the drone? What is it doing?
Be going for it.
I think
went on
maybe I'm too far
vacation.
away.
Oh no. it's
Oh, no,
not
they're
far, it's
going.
coming. Yeah.
There he goes.
Oh.
I don't have a brig though right now. That's a problem.
Never stopped me from arresting people.
Like, sorry, but I like your stuff. That was in Skyrim. It was a very bad thing if I liked your armor. It was very bad for you. Oh, I like that outfit you're wearing. Let's see. All right, let's see. What I'm trying to catch is these cute little puppy dogs. You'll see. All
Just
right.
out here like, I likes you, I want you.
I know.
Oh, rude.
Well, now that you've got the whole thing, you kick the beehive, you can just throw out drones and let them go to work.
Oh yeah.
The ones that were already deployed followed you inside, too. The only thing about that is if you are on your ship, if you go from outside to on your ship, it will return all the drones to your inventory, so they don't block
Okay.
you moving around a ship, which is a very
Look at that.
tight inventory space.
They're all asleep. That's really cool.
It's cheeky fella.
This is my favorite part.
Light's good. Let's see what's going on. This is the guy I want.
Hey.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh my.
Oh, no.
Wow.
That might be really bad. Hold on. Might be like. Back.
Oh no.
I would just space out
One-
deployments
one
at the
bit, one bit.
door. They can put everything to sleep at a distance. You don't even need to expose yourself.
Good.
Oh wow, it took you way far back.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have saved. That's okay. No worries. Now I kind of know what I'm doing, which is kind of nice. Let's see.
Yeah, and if you need that precision too, because the autonomous ones, they're gonna run into their own stuff, right? Like the toxic smoke or the I don't think toxic works on robots though, but the
Okay.
stun will.
I'd start talking to myself soon. If it weren't for you, fair warning. I don't know what would have happened to Mom.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to my base, and I'm gonna make. That was weird. I don't know why it was doing that.
What, the chair and the chair?
Yeah.
It did that before too.
Yeah. What's funny is it didn't do it the second
It doesn't
time.
seem to do. Yeah, I noticed that as well. It didn't do it all the time.
Maybe because it was like a hard save. Like it was like I really want it to be there. I don't know. Okay. I was gonna go back to my base so I can have a ship that has a brig, because my other ship has a brig. But Ross and Ate didn't have a brig. Okay.
I do love the little UI features for the outposts.
Yeah, I was like, if you're not playing a modded outpost, oh my gosh, yeah, you need all these mods. So you can just make your empire.
Oh yeah, yours actually looks nice.
So,
Mine, on the other hand, needs some love.
so you guys play Skyrim, right? So you know that
Back in the day.
you know the whole steward kind of thing,
Like Olivia.
like where you would make your little empire and your steward would give you money every time. So you can literally do that now. There's
Oh, that's cool.
Will NY4, and I'm actually going to interview him in a couple
Oh, awesome.
weeks. He did this, so you can actually drop this down.
Yeah, I
and-
follow it. Is it Will NI4?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kept
yeah,
on
yeah.
Thinking of
You just-
Wilmy,
you
Wilmy in
just-
my head.
Like, link this to it, and you just get money. You get money in XP. Just goes. I mean, now it took me a day to set all this up, but worth it. Absolutely worth it. Because now I can just go quest and just go do
Nice.
stuff.
Yeah, you got that passive income.
Yep, passive income. So yeah, big fan of that. And he's gonna, because I don't think he expected people to wire it to it, because I was having XP and messages just constantly showing up, and he said, oh yeah, he said I can just make it where you can, choose how often you see the message, and I'm like, oh, perfect. That's exactly.
Nice.
That's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, I love checking out Wilney's videos on YouTube.
Okay,
I
so
am
this one
subscribed.
has a break, so we'll go ahead and use.
Ooh.
I'd actually purchased that one too. That
Oh my gosh.
It was ASD.
Yes, it's
Super.
great. Great, I love it. Okay, so now I got to remember where everything is on this ship. I haven't used it
Hi.
in days.
Please do.
Bosco on the floor.
Vasco, I know he's like.
Hi, help me.
Okay, what I discovered. So, have you guys discovered Lambent? So Lambent, it has shielded cargo that you can basically use as a corridor, and I don't use any hallway pieces now. Nothing. I don't use anything but these shielded cargo pieces. I think they're fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm a fan. All right. So
I do love Misso's work. It's just really clean.
this is Shadow Weaver 82. She did her. This is her Vohall thing, but it matches perfectly with Miss O's stuff. So I used a couple of her pieces too. Her cargo bay actually has all the workshop pieces in it, so I just went ahead and put this in here. Okay, so we're gonna try out. I really want to try out this whole non-lethal framework aspect. So let's see. Go down here. Yeah, I like the artwork for the the handcuffs. It's cool. Okay,
Hey.
so let's do that.
Yeah, that's how Korodic and I got chatting. I remember seeing Korodic had submitted the non-lethal framework achievement friendly and had the initial preview of the old handcuffs. I think you're taking it from one of the armor models, didn't you? One of the armor pieces, security.
Yeah, I stole off the security uniform. I also saw you scroll past portable tents.
Yeah.
Oh, portable tents.
Yeah, portable
I
tents.
helped with that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
those
did
are
the
great.
script for the retrieval.
Hey.
Before I was telling you, I was like, we all kind of help each other do stuff. That was one of those things. And Malloy helped me with the handcuffs. Yeah.
What happened here? I don't see.
Oh no, demolition.
Did it reload past before you got the demolition? And they would be under meds if you're looking for the drones.
Under meds. Oh,
Yep.
Okay, that's what it was. Hold on, I gotta take demolition.
Modular explosive delivery system, short name meds. Take your meds.
Right.
Don't forget your meds.
Okay.
We'll have to do some poster design, play on words for that.
It's like, duh, take demolition. Forgot about that. Okay.
And that's something we're interested in exploring more too, is the whole Anvil name and lore base and making it more integrated into the world.
That looks pretty useful.
All
Yeah,
this stuff is
fictitious.
vanilla friendly. That improved detonator, if you look at the grip, that's actually based on the Solstice.
Oh, really?
And if you
Yeah,
zoom
have a
into
look,
it
yeah.
too, you can see like a shaved off filing around the trigger, just that little guard
Uh-huh.
grip piece under it. So there's a lot of details in the textures that give it that storytelling aspect as well, like the top of it being like an RC controller type deal.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like it belongs, you know? And that was one of the
Yeah.
key things for these.
I remember people. There was a few comments on some of the videos of them being reviewed, and they were like, "This isn't Fallout." Shakes fist at the sky. But at the same time, like I kind of no, you know, that's a valid. It's a valid point. You know, if you talk about like artistic cohesion and stuff like that.
If you're a
But
spacer, though, I mean,
yeah,
you
right.
know
Yeah,
they're
there's
making shit out there with duct tape and
there's
you know,
Well,
lots of
that's why I was
MacGyver.
there's a
laughing.
lot of MacGyver going on out
MacGyver.
there.
Yeah.
You're in the frontier. You don't have access to resources every day. You're going to make it work. And I think that that's
MacGyver
why,
is gonna happen. Yeah.
if you look at the Varun people, they upcycled a lot of the laser tech.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
I'll be right
you
back,
know,
guys.
sure. Yeah, I don't see a problem with any of that stuff. I mean, we also had some people being like, drones don't belong in Starfield, and it's like,
Why?
why? Yeah. There's an opinion for everything.
It's like I want this one because it's red.
Oh, do you still
I
have
like
the detonator?
hunters. Do I still have the detonator?
Yeah, the weapon. Because you would pick that up on Neon.
Oh, no. Do I need that? Do I need to go?
It's not that you need it. I mean, if you want to add it in through console, because we're just playtesting, right? You
Yeah.
need
Oh.
Huh. Oh, detonator. Okay. So there's
This?
improvised detonator. Yeah, it's no, that's a keyword. But if you do drone underscore WEAP, there it is. Down one,
This one?
two, down a little bit, down, down, stop, up. Yeah, that one.
Oh, this one? Weapon detonator? Okay.
Uh-huh. Player.add
Yeah,
item.
yeah. I know. Yeah, I know how to do that from trying to get Twinkle's weapons. How many do I need?
You just one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just reusable. I mean, technically the improvised one as well, but the idea of it being improvised, we wanted it to be craftable. And then, if you don't have any left and you don't want to hold it, you can just throw it away and you can always make another one later. That's the beauty of the disposable concept of those weapons.
So, like, hold on, I'm going to show you something. So my little pets explain the blanket on the ground. Baby girl.
Yeah, like the Pokemon terminal thing with the boxes, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Gotta...
Oh, you named it Baby. Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It must get confusing for you if you have the heat leech infestations as well, huh?
No, I don't have that.
Okay. That's
No.
good. You're probably going to accidentally hit your own. You don't want to do that.
No, I don't. Yeah, no.
You don't
I
want
was
the
actually,
punishment.
what's funny, I was actually a little kind of afraid of the heat leeches until I actually had one as a pet. And then now it's my baby and I love it, so yeah. So this one will like actually sit on this rug and it looks like it's hugging the little thing. It's just it's just very cute. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, so I made the blankets. Let me tell you what a pain in the butt making the blankets was. The game does not want to admit that there's actually blankets in the game. It just says this isn't here. So I had to add the stuffed animals to like get it to acknowledge the existence of those items. It's kind of funny, but all right.
Ooh.
Let's see. I'm in the wrong chair. Hold on a second. I don't know what I was thinking.
I was like, oh wow, custom cockpit.
That's kind of neat. Oh. It is a custom cockpit. Look, you got your.
That's
Oh,
neat.
wait, where are the fuzzy dice? I thought they were actually here. Hold on a second. I'll have to add them. This is actually a custom cockpit. There you go. I got my fuzzy dice. There you go.
The Wilbies. From Lambda, yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful.
All right. So now, what's sad is it's not gonna be exactly the same. Oh well, it's okay. That's okay. I learned my lesson. I'm gonna save before I go into caves, trying out new weapons. Oh, I need to make sure I have my EM weapon. You know, I'll tell you. I don't know if you know this, but there's a mod that does a buildable Nova Strike, and you can build the Nova Strike. But the Nova Strike EM, if you make it EM, it's like the best EM weapon in the game. Like absolutely.
Oh yeah, from the Vulture. The
Yeah, if you make that thing an EM weapon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna use. I'll use that as what I'm gonna do.
There's a lot of people who did not like the Vulture, thinking the price was off or whatever. But I'm gonna be honest with you, if Bethesda would consistently release something of that quality, I would pay $7 for that.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at like Fallout 76 and like they release like a chair or a helmet and they charge like $5 or something.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
But at least Fallout 76 is getting consistent new content drops.
I
They
know.
need to assign a team for that.
I think they just need
this.
to like, you know what? If you don't want it, just don't get it. But don't complain about it so much that they don't do it anymore, please. Because I would like to
Oh,
have new
yeah.
content.
The Vulture was excellent.
Oh, I know. I liked it.
I'm kind of hoping there's a rebirth after the new DLC and the update.
Yeah.
I mean, when I heard, Todd say, "Well, I guess we shouldn't have given away that free thing, so close to it, because now people, complain about it. If we would have waited, they'd have been really happy." And I'm sitting there thinking, "Y'all just shut up." That's why we can't have nice things. Jeez.
That is the dream, though. I would love to meet Todd Howard. Ugh. Fanboy.
So, oh, I
Not
know. I
in
would
a
love to
creepy
meet
way.
him.
I'm not going to be like, hey, man, I can smell the breakfast you had this morning. Like, it's not like that. But I would love to have that opportunity before he retires, because, he may not want to do this forever.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous of the people who did get to go and do that studio visit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right.
I have like a scroll, like a whole list of things I want for this game, so I'm just going to sit on his lap like Santa Claus and be like, listen, Todd, we need to talk.
All right. Hold on.
I would like Class M ship management, buildable space stations, automatron.
Keep going with I love the mechs. I think the mechs are really cool. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
like more of that.
I have one barrier stopping me from creating a very passable mech experience, and it has to do with the player height. So if they remove that barrier for us, I believe it is possible to not give the perfect experience I would love to have first and third person, but at least we would have something. Not having animations definitely hurts. We really hope we get a hold of the animation tools at some point soon.
Oh, thank you, Spartan. I just saw a comment.
Yeah, we came so close. I mean, I have my video still of when I was able to get the player to control a custom fit Model A, including firing its weapons, but you can't. The way the camera is linked to the skeleton, it's stuck and it's in a fixed position.
Yeah.
Which is not, it's not terrible, but it's also not great. Like if we're gonna have something like that, we want it to be like an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, not
And then
just
of course, yeah, and then of course we could talk about things that would make it more useful and appealing too. Maybe we could get more fortified POIs. We could get new enemy types that are heavier set, right? Like maybe there's now like a tank variant or bigger, better turrets, right? That would make you think twice about rushing an outpost. For example, I looked for inspiration to Helldivers quite a bit. I think Helldivers also drove the love for the drones.
yeah,
Because Helldivers really challenges the way you play. Like the objectives are simple. The objectives are pretty repetitive, but it's the diversity of the content that makes it worth coming back for. So for example, their outpost, you're talking about big turrets. If you go against the automatrons, you'll see this gigantic turret like slowly rotate and try to snipe you across the map. But you could also do the same. You could also shoot like a rocket launcher type thing. You could have enemies, right? We could talk about like new weapons that would make it more challenging too. Like the game has heavy weapons. You have the negotiator, which they label as a rocket launcher. I guess it's more like a grenade launcher, even though the projectiles are, I guess, mini rockets. And the minigun. But there's no over-the-shoulder missile launcher type thing either, and I think that would be pretty neat. We just lack the animation.
I think there's a missed opportunity with replacing boost packs with heavier weapons, like as if, you got to look at like gameplay balance. Obviously, vertical navigation is like a given in this game, and everyone loves it. But you could replace a boost pack with, say, like a flamethrower, and therefore you give up maybe some height on your boost, but instead you use the fuel for, like throwing a flame out of it or something, and that's a heavy weapon. I think it's in that respect. Or a Gatling cannon mounted on the back, like a boost pack.
I would love mounted weapons too, like tripod or hard set things for NPCs to use to defend their
There we go.
POIs, settlements, all that good stuff.
There's another cryomancer cave we can go do.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so after all that, we're gonna save.
Yes.
I'm kind of bad about forgetting to save when I stream. I save like a champ when I'm playing by myself, but it's kind of a matter of not being able to walk and chew gum. I mean, it's kind of like that.
So we're out here talking pie in the sky stuff, right? And some of these things we might actually be able to pull off. Put a lot of thought into these concepts, but it becomes an issue of time. There's only so much you can do with the resources that you have and the limited knowledge and time and all that good stuff. But what's your most wanted feature at this point, Sweet Pea?
What is my most wanted feature? I don't know. I would like to have more cockpits, more choices for cockpits, and more romanceable characters.
Ooh.
I think that.
Malloy. Ooh.
Well, I mean, and it's not that I'm like that into making it like a sim game, because I'm not really. It's just, to have more depth. Yeah, more depth in some of the characters. I'd love, like Hadrian. I love her. I'd love to have more story for Hadrian. And
yeah, it's just cool.
Yeah, Hadrian and who else?
Zombies, but more romanceable companions.
Zombies, but more romanceable. That's funny.
Yeah, I I know they probably meant that separately, but in my mind it was combined, like
Funny.
like Tina from Bob's Burgers.
So
I love
actually,
that
you know what's
character.
funny? Have you guys seen Matilda's new cockpit? That's
No. I haven't.
okay.
The Halo inspired one, is that what we're talking
I
about?
think so. I would like one that's. I'd like more
Yes, I have.
cockpits that will be able to like be on a two wide. Like Harlan has one. Ben has one. But that's it. You know, it
More
seems.
cockpit variations.
Yeah, I just want more. Yeah, more variations in shipbuilding, like being able to do certain things. So.
It's interesting you say that because I agree with you in the fundamental level. You know, before we were talking about variety being key to longevity of the game, I would just like to see something simple, more variety of even the existing halves. So there's like 3, let's say, or at least 2, right? Maybe 2 is okay, but more iterations of even the existing hab interiors that's also added to enemy ships. So that way, you know, not every ship you go into is exactly the same stuff where you'd expect that stuff to be.
Oh yeah. And
So,
see, I
So-
think that would be a good use of AI. I mean, if you want to use AI, something like that, you know, where it varies. It knows.
I mean, I would
kind
like
of,
that for
like it knows what
procedure.
you
Comments
did.
in the chat.
Yeah, it knows what you did, and you know, from different backgrounds and factions. Yeah, Grimstalker. Yeah, definitely.
We Freeman says choice of companions that aren't goody two shoes. I think that's, you know, we've had little brief chats about that, haven't we, Jared? About
I want darker gameplay. Starfield
Yeah,
is a
me
very
too.
hopeful perspective, and it
too
feels
clean.
like everybody's even the Crimson Fleet isn't as dark as I would like them to be. They almost seem like
No.
kids teasing each other.
Yeah, it's like very Nickelodeon energy.
Well-
Like you kind of need you need like The Hills Have Eyes. You know, like
Oh my god.
Well, Lambent might need some. Lambent might need a patch for useful brigs.
Better we get it than someone else.
So, yeah, the thing with useful series, there's going to be a lot of people who make habs. There's not going to be a lot of people who change the functionality of those habs.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to purchase every hab set and create patches for them. I let other people do it. I have a patch guide. Creating a
Right.
patch is really not that many steps. I just can't be responsible for them because
I
it's
understand
not
that.
just that you create the patch, it's that people expect you to maintain those patches.
Sure.
I mean, a patch would just take me like 2 seconds. It's more like you know, the expectation after that.
Oh, it's okay.
20
I should have
patches
checked it
and-
ahead of
yeah.
time.
Oh no, yeah, it's oh, you're saying for the one that you have currently in your ship. I gotcha.
Yeah, it's Lambent. I should have. I could have put a SPE one in there, and that would have been fine.
Miss O said she wanted to create the patches. I don't know if she did or not yet. I know Green Recon for the Vault. No, I keep wanting to say
VTI?
Vault. The Varun,
Yeah.
Technical Institute. He was able to smash out those patches in like 10 minutes.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, it's not hard to do at all, and that was for all the useful stuff that he wanted to include.
I love the idea of zombies now. Like I've just been sitting here looking at Grimstalker's comments. I'm like, yeah.
Well, I
want some
think
zombies.
Twinkles is actually doing some zombies. I mean,
Oh, nice.
sorta.
I want a
Creepy.
terrorist storyline. I want to see somebody out there trying to mess up this perfect use. Well, it's not really perfect. That's not fair to say, but this UC society or Freestar society. I mean, I guess you could kind of say that
The Zealots.
the first was kind of like that. I mean, Zealots are more of like a religious crusade. I don't know that I'd call that like. It's a form of terrorism, I suppose, but theirs is more just about killing people.
Come on.
I want to see somebody try and blow up Mast. Give me something like dramatic. You know, I don't want to be that person, but like the call to the void is real. So can you jump in that blue vat and does it kill you?
That's funny. Hold on, I'll check in a second.
Hey, oh my pretty skull.
Ha!
Lights out for you, my friend.
You'll have to try it at night too, so you can really see the boost trails. Especially when you have a lot of them going, it's just a really cool sight.
Yeah, I think when I was, we did a lot of, what would you call it? A lot of testing, loads of different variations, internal. I went to like a few of the dungeons. I'd say like 80% of the time,
can I take this
the
shit?
nav mesh pathfinding is pretty chill.
No. Lame.
Oh, lame, yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll travel across like canyons and stuff. They truly do fly to reach their target. The thing is, you don't always know which target they're going for.
Yeah. I was going to say the most fun I had was like at night coming across, I think it's the weapons factory, DOI. And I had about 25 of them following me. And then as soon as like I was detected and we were in conflict mode, they all just like flew off beyond me, kind of like something out of I guess like the first Iron Man, where the cluster missiles and then they all just rained terror down on all of them. I think it was the Eclipse.
Oh, they must be inside here. Alright, hold on. See if we die.
Go, go, go. Oh.
Let's save first.
Oh my gosh. Aww. See, this is the type of stuff I would absolutely be like, just in my
Oh, look at
playtest.
this.
I'm like,
This is crazy.
You would have that in you.
There's 2 of these dudes. Alright.
Go, go, go.
It is so cool to watch enemies drop in like this.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh, one of them blew up
Oh
in
my
your
God.
face.
Oh, wow. Hold on.
It does hurt you too, yeah. You gotta be super careful with the toxic ones.
Oh yeah, they're pain.
He's done.
He's almost dead. He might be dead now.
What's nice is if you do this, you can loot them. Like if you kill them, the thing takes off and you don't get their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Have you messed around with the social skills at all?
I have a little bit, but I'm not very good at it. Like, like getting my finger on the button right time. Let's see.
Yeah, as long as you have something that's not scoped, because scope is gonna take away that UI option.
Yeah, that's
so-
probably why I haven't used it that much. Almost all my weapons are scoped.
Well, you can always use the scanner. I was talking about social skills extended specifically, because that plays into non-lethal framework really well too.
Yeah.
Hope you find what you're looking for.
Let's see if we can do that.
That was something I really missed from Fallout, just having the options when you're aiming at people.
Ooh.
So, Sweet Pea, are you working on anything at the moment that you are allowed to talk about?
Yeah. I just actually this weekend I'm gonna finish up my Taylor Spaces update.
Oh, awesome.
I played a playthrough of Ryujin and kind of discovered there wasn't really a lot of Ryujin furniture, and so I made a lot of I made some custom items, including waterfalls that you can put on your ship.
Oh wow. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
And is that like are you playing with Benhouse Ryujin Habs or
I did
you
like
see her?
about half the ship. Yeah, about half the ship
Yeah.
was that, and then half the ship was Matilda's.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, so I had lots of, I like to do the decorating. So one thing I was
Yeah,
very
that's-
impressed with was in Watchtower.
Don't hurt them.
Oh, you got droned. You just got droned.
Oh, the enemy's got a.
Yeah.
No,
there's a drone.
I think your own blew up next to you is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because they're not
Sad.
Crimson Fleet or Spacer, so they're not going to be sending their own drones out.
That's a very good one.
Not unless there's a patch.
One thing I was really impressed with Watchtower was the apartment allowed you to. Whoa, holy cow! These people got some hard weapons here. Hold a minute. Almost bit the big one. Good night. This cave is like not good for your health. Alright.
What was that with the watchtower?
Okay, so the apartment allows you to remove the furniture. Like you can delete it
gotcha.
if you want to. And I figured out how they did it. What they did was they keyworded every piece of furniture to the decorating panel. And so if I want to kind of, one of the things I want to do is do like a player home, but I want to have that option. I want to decorate it fully with kind of my style, but then allow people to take things out. So if you want to make space for your Xeno weapons laboratory, and then you can take this little furniture out and and do that. Listen to them. That's like creepy. Okay. They're like doing kissy noises.
That'll teach him.
Oh no.
He's not need not.
All right.
Sitting over here just nonchalant about people dying.
Well, what's funny is, they'll respawn. It's okay. This thing hurts, man. They're hard to kill too. Okay. About useful morgues, I think it's great for Xbox folks, because when you know how when your base gets attacked, this is like something I never thought of, but when your base gets attacked and you have dead bodies everywhere, that kind of ruins the vibe, And I was like, useful morgues is great. You can get rid of the bodies. Yeah. I mean, that's huge. Because, I do it with console codes, but it's kind of nice not having to use a console code, because it's so hit or miss. Like, what if sometimes it doesn't let you, really, like, focus on them or whatever. So.
Yeah, just to have that option.
Sometimes I notice the physics, the skeletal physics objects get like a limb or something trapped in the floor, and you can't get them out of the area.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah. If you have, but you can have their head stuck in the floor and get them out with these useful morgues. So, there
you go.
Great. Wait, no, I've never been in this one.
Just keeps going.
Yeah. These guns are something else, I'll tell you what. You don't want to get hit with them.
Distant explosions.
Pretty neat. I kind of like this. I can send these out. They can go and look and see if there's some bad guys for me.
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh.
There you are. Say goodbye.
don't even know where he is. Whoa, he's down in the water.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Climb.
I know.
Oh my god.
Well, I'll tell you what, I miss having my wizard powers that find the bad people.
Mm.
That's the bad thing about starting over. You get used to those wizard powers, you know? Where is this dude? Oh, he's like in the water.
Again, I have to wonder if you go in there, does it hurt you or doesn't it hurt you?
Probably won't, dude.
There we go.
I think it's
Oh,
I
he
think
must
it's
be the
probably, like,
boss.
cooked him. Cook.
Should I risk it to get
Just
Yeah,
a little
let's-
toad.
the food?
Let's see. Dip,
Wait, hold on, let's save first.
dip a pinky in.
Somebody in chat's like, I know what happens. Oh. Oh. I was hoping for like a cryo damage screen effect.
Yeah, like slow
and-
down and like you turn into ice. That'd be cool.
I wonder, like, you're probably a little bit, you know, like limited to what kind of damages you can find a keyword for, I guess. I mean, right?
No. I mean, you can apply damage through hazards, and mark
Oh,
that
okay.
whole area down
Yeah,
there
yeah.
as being not nice to stand in or next to.
Of
Well,
course,
what
then the
about
boss
damage
probably would have been
types?
dead.
What about active like damage types? You know, because you've got like, you know, I guess EM, and you've got the different. What would you call them? Like the.
When
Do
we
you remember what
worked
we had
on
to
the
do?
drones, there's
Yeah.
different damage types that exist in Creation Kit, but not all of them are used. For example, poison's not actually poison damage type. It's a form of energy, which I would assume
doesn't
Zone is
update, does
using
it?
for cryo as well. Yeah. So energy resistance is actually pretty broad when you have that like on your spacesuit.
I wonder if they'll tighten that up.
I doubt it. That's something that you would
Yeah.
have done like way back,
Hey, old
unless
man.
they really want to. They're capable of it, obviously. They can do whatever they want.
Well, this is a pretty cool POI. This is part of Cryomancer.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Ooh.
Oh
I
no,
like
no,
the
sorry.
drop board.
I wasn't talking about because I know it was Zone 79 made this, didn't it?
Yeah.
I was talking about like Bethesda. Like, I'm wondering if the new update they'll change like the different.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the damage types. No, I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
damage types. Yeah. There's a lot about this game that could be made like more agnostic. You know, like it would be very, very cool to implement more damage types and stuff like that. Statuses, I guess.
Yeah, I look back to past games like Skyrim though, and Oblivion and Morrowind, and I always bring this up as an example of how they're missing. Like it just got more and more simplified. You lost the spears, you lost the throwing knives, you lost the throwing stars, crossbows, short sword, broadsword, long sword. Like it's one of those things, and I feel like this game has it as well with the damage types. Like there's no poison, but they did add EM, and EM was not something that existed in past games. So I don't know. I'm just excited for any new content at this point because it hasn't been like past games in that regard, and I don't know. I have mixed feelings on Shattered Space. I didn't hate it, but I also realized I really don't like the people of House Varun.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I never really liked in ESO the Argonian stuff. I mean, it just wasn't. That just didn't
I thought
interest
I
me,
would.
and I really liked the elves. You know, anything that had to do with the elves, I loved.
Oh, the
so-
Dark Elves or the High Elves?
The
Yeah,
High
their
Elves.
societies are really interesting.
So, some things you just kind of relate to better than others. It's not, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, there's some people that love the House Varun content.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, and that's, you know, that's cool.
I will say that their POIs, their city, like it's all very interesting. I guess I just don't know like what I wanted more out of it.
There were a couple of the stories that I really liked. The whole, the one where you go to the hospital
The memory.
you go to the hospital, the little old man, and you go.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh my gosh, that was so great. And a lot of people never even did that. I mean,
I don't even know
Yes,
if I've heard of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like, is is that the one that goes on to you basically tidy up this guy's house to like rejog memories and stuff like that? Is that the one?
yeah, but then there's whole hell of a lot more to it. There's
Yeah.
you go to this orphanage and you hear the whole story of it, and so a lot of people
I
never did that little side quest. There's a lot of really good little side quests in
I think I like that
Shattered
one
Space.
because it was more like interpersonal, and I've always kind of preferred. I think Starfield has like a big thing where like the overarching storyline is like a big concept, isn't it? It's not really. They make interpersonal things with the main quest. Obviously, the game's been up 2 years, so don't want to spoil it to anyone in the chat. But like people die that you get like an interpersonal connection with, but the overarching kind of like themes of the game are just really large, and I didn't feel connected to the whole Starborn thing at all. And I kind of, the first time I played it, I really regretted going through the Unity because I previously made connections to the characters in my first playthrough. And when you go through the Unity, I was just like, well, I've kind of lost all the connections to everyone from the previous like multiverse or whatever. Like I'm done here. Like, heck these people, and I just ended up going on a rampage.
Well, and what's funny? I think the whole multiverse thing, I think that is why I want more story with some of these other characters. Like if I'm going to go to a universe where there is no constellation, then I want to be able to really get to know Ezekiel and go do an Ezekiel quest, and I want to go do a Hadrian quest, and I want to have other options of people that I get close to and stuff if I can't do that in Constellation. I think assuming that people are just gonna do nothing but get a couple of artifacts and immediately go through the Unity again if Constellation is not there is wrong. I think a lot of people don't do that. So I think you need to have those interpersonal connections with some of the other elite crew. I mean,
what you said there is actually really cool, Sweet Pea. The concept of like, I know there's different alternate universes, but in every single one, the lodge is there. How cool would it be to have an alternate universe where straight up there's just trees there? The lodge was never built. There is no constellation. Just like one universe you go to, they don't even exist. Because they do have one where like everybody's dead and you can still continue about the main story. Why not have one where none of them are there?
yeah.
It'd kind of be interesting. There's not enough with the whole multiverse concept in terms of like consequences. Even like within the stories, nothing you do really feels like it shapes the world in a way that you can see. It's all like invisible consequence.
I would love, like, I know this is the thing, is it would break the game, but I'd love to be so vilified to the UC that you wouldn't be able to touch down in New Atlantis anymore without security coming after you, or even like being attacked in orbit of Jemison.
Have one alternate universe where UC and Freestar are still at war. Something like that, just to keep it spicy.
Just be a real faction enemy to the other ones, other than.
Have you played Watchtower? Because you would probably really like Watchtower. It actually has some consequences. Definitely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you really, yeah. And boy, talking about having interpersonal connection with being Starborn, that definitely is added in Watchtower. Yeah.
I watched the full playthrough with Crimson Flyboy. I haven't got around to it. I obviously do need to pick it up.
But
I have a love hate
when
with,
you
Watchtower.
but go through the Unity then and talk to him, and I don't know what options he chose at the end, so I can't even tell you
Yeah.
what he did. So mostly because I'm too ADD to watch that, but
Gotcha.
Let's see. Let's see if I can get myself a foxbat while I'm here. I was trying to get... Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to put my other Xeno baby away, because he's going to just keep killing the foxbats. Baby girl is 2... Alright, so what I was trying to do was see if I could get one of these foxbats to get knocked out. Oh wait, hold on. Let's see how I did this. Alright, that's the CC, and this is the other thing. Okay. Alright, so let's do this.
You can also run up to them if you have the remote detonator on you. You can just plant the payload. Just stick it straight to their face.
Oh. Alright, I don't think I did make the remote ones, though.
If you had the payload and the detonator, that was the alternative to the remotes.
Oh, stink. Alright, well now they're all gonna...
There you go. Where are the drones going, though? What are they...
Oh, meanwhile, there's another one. Whoa!
They have really evasive tactics, so sometimes they take a really roundabout way before they hit their target. Interesting. Are the foxbats immune to EM damage?
Oh my god.
I don't think they are. Hold on.
No?
Oh wait.
It must have been just sitting like outside the gas.
Oh, there we go.
There it goes.
Nice.
Hey.
Except my aim is terrible. There, I got one. I'm
Yeah, nice.
gonna go with 2
Those
of
are
these.
cool looking creatures.
Yep. Yeah, that works pretty darn good. That's fun. Alright. Let me go get it. Ooh.
See ya.
Let's go. Our people need us. We were debating having the detonator. So if you have the detonator,
Okay.
the detonator works like the drones do. You have the option to detonate or disarm.
Uh-huh.
The disarm works a little differently than the active drone mode. When you're inside of the remote drone, holding down the left trigger will get you to disarm. But with the ones on the wall, you could have multiple. So if you have to aim, and then as you're aiming, it'll say disarm, and then you could pull the trigger, and then you can go collect it.
Code face.
Oh, I must have too much stuff. Alright, let's just go back up there.
Another thing that really helps, do you have Shade's Deluxe Boost Pack? Because I love that. It's one of my favorite
Oh.
creations.
I have a Dark Star boost pack, so
Mm.
it works pretty good.
Doesn't have like a jetpack aspect though, just better boost.
So yeah, I mean it doesn't do like the, just flying around kind of thing, but it's fine.
Gotcha.
I have too much crap. Oh, I probably have too many dead bodies, so that's okay.
I don't know if you have that other thing I made as well, but it really helps for... I mean, you grab everything, so you're probably always going to hit that limit at some point.
I do. I'm terrible.
When I was working on Fleet Commander, to be able to give you just accompanying ships,
Yeah.
I created the shared cargo feature, which
Oh yeah. I need to do that. Yeah. That's a...
your singular ship gets the benefit of all the other ships' cargo for what they have available in free space added to your ship. Shielded cargo, regular cargo, like it just gets added to your ship as a bonus.
Uh-huh.
And I really like that feature because it's like I don't have to trade my companions all the time to get, to play Inventory Management Simulator 2025. So I did the same thing for companions as well. So if you have, a companion traveling with you, you can still trade them if you want to, but you'll just get extra space to your inventory based on what they have free.
You know what's funny is the best vehicle mod is this little... What in the heck? That's a Starborn. Where's the Starborn at?
Sounded like it was over that hill. You might want to drop off some of your stuff before you charge over there, though.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I haven't really had a Starborn come anywhere near me yet.
This is something I really hope that they improve on as a quality of life. What is this, Star UI or a different one?
It's Star UI.
I want a separate category for food versus drink. Like they have that here, the subcategories.
Mm-hmm.
I think, or is that like more like a filter? But I'd love to have contraband on like its own separate tier.
Yeah. And I've used Star UI since, gosh, level 50 my first playthrough ever, so... And now I just have it, like, manually installed. I figured out how to manually install it, so it doesn't count it as an ESM, and I can use it and it doesn't care. So, oh, it just took off anyway. Yeah.
I finally opened the Twitch chat, by the way. I was like, I really should see what people are saying or have questions on. The
Sharing the
companion shared
Yeah, let's take a
carry
look at that.
capacity.
Let's take a look at that.
So that is, I don't know if I can put a link in here or not, but I will try.
Yeah,
It's free and achievement friendly for those who want that.
Hold on, I'm gonna make you, I think if I just make you a moderator, that you can do it. Hold on. Mod Korodic. Okay, there you go. Now you should be able to see if you can put a link in now.
It seemed to let me do it before unless
it
it's hidden.
Well, it doesn't show up though. I just see 3 little asterisks.
Yeah,
Oh.
yours.
There you go.
It's working now.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Fleet Commander. And so we have 45 minutes. So anything you guys want to go over, I think I pretty much have all your mods. So anything you want to go over or talk about, I am happy to do that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, Korodic, if you want to go on a deep dive into Fleet Commander, the only other stuff that I've got is, I guess, the cosmetic varieties of the Staple Edition, and then I thought it'd be kind of cool if anyone in the like the audience had any questions.
Yeah,
about,
if you have any specific things that you
about
guys
the
want to
meds, the
see
drones.
or how anything works, yeah. Oh, I think I did put...
The autopsy table.
Hold on, let me put that down somewhere. Let's see, where do I was gonna put it in, I think I already have one down, actually. Oh no, put one down. You made this very, like, approachable, like, it was very easy to use this. I appreciate that. Like, I had no problems with it at all.
Exactly what I want to hear, because like I sit there in analysis paralysis scrutinizing like every little thing. The cool thing too is if you don't have a corpse in your inventory, you won't see one on the bench when you approach it.
Oh, that's kind of neat. So you can just kind of whiz by it and see if you have one. That's kind of neat.
You won't see one on the table till you're ready to harvest organs. So like you have to use it to see if a corpse is there. But if you don't have a corpse on you and you try to use the workbench, it'll just be empty.
Oh, okay.
It's like those small details. I love those.
Yeah, that's neat.
I probably need to make it too, where you add like temporary blood stains.
I'm all about that.
It just like randomizes them until you leave the ship, and then it goes away.
All right, I'll show you my this thing that I made is literally okay. When I was doing Fireside, we were sitting around one night in chat and they were like, you need to make a barbecue like that you can actually use and all that stuff. So I made this and I put blood stains on it and you know,
Oh,
made
yeah.
it super dirty, big old piece of tissue on it, you
All
know,
charred.
and yeah, it's all charred, and a knife, and I couldn't get the blood to go on the knife. Like, you'd think it would be on there, but I just could not get it to be on the knife. It just wouldn't do it. Put some beers, because obviously if you were doing this, you probably had a couple beers, let's face it. So, and this was totally us sitting around in chat, laughing our asses off as I was making this, so funny.
That's awesome.
I tried, in a similar vein of like thought, I wanted to make. I couldn't come up with like a machine that I liked. I was gonna make a hopper that you could dump corpses into and turn them into chunks.
Oh my
Like Fargo.
god,
The wood chipper.
that's hilarious. Soylent Green. It's people. Okay, so useful. All right, so I have useful mess halls. I love that you did this, because this is how I use useful mess halls. I would say 90% of the time, because I like to make and
their
decorate my
icons in
own
there.
ships. Yeah, I appreciate that you did this. It's great. I love this.
Yeah, I
Tell
produced that
me-
before knowledge was common on adding items in here with their icons. Remember, like when
Yeah.
icons were just standard not to have them, so I'd have to go back to add that. Tell you about the
Fleet Commander. Oh, I
Oh,
need to
Fleet
get some
Commander.
gold. Hold on. Yeah, feel free to start talking about Fleet Commander. So,
I just really wanted fleets to exist, and I was just as disappointed as everybody else when, you know, you'd go into a fight and enemies would have like 6 ships and you're just yourself and just absolutely getting stomped, and it's like, why does it need to be like this? So yeah, you could get your ship up to this god tier level where you spent the most credits and everything, but I was just thinking, like, why would you want a fleet? You want it for defense, you want it maybe so you could switch between your ships while you're in space, and then the other thing was like the shared cargo feature.
right.
You want the extra storage of having your fleet with you. So the term I actually use is your active fleet. So you have your fleet like in storage, and then your active fleet is what's with you. With Fleet Commander, I was just thinking, like, you know, can I get your ships to just follow you? Like, it doesn't seem like it's that hard a concept, but nobody had done it yet. And coincidentally, as I was awaiting Fleet Commander 2 get published, somebody else did come out with a spaceship follower mod. But the way they had designed it was not very intuitive. There was like a special object you needed in your inventory. There was some kind of interaction you had to do with them, like they're always parked at like a particular place. I actually really like when other people do have things available that do what I do. Like, some people are like, haha, you released something that's paid and somebody else made something that's free. It's like, I kind of don't care. Either people choose to support me or they don't, or some people just ask me, like, you know, I don't want to pay for this, can you recommend something else? And it's like, yeah, happily. I'm not here to, you know, rob you of an experience. We all play Starfield and want to enjoy it, so I'll happily point the way to alternatives. I'm just not gonna provide them support for it, or, you know, do whatever. You know, I've got my own stuff I have to worry about. So yeah, Fleet Commander, you've got the terminal. Just how many ships you can have. See, active ship says 0 out of 2. That depends on your ship command perk level.
Right.
So if you have the perk maxed out, you can have up to 4 ships. As you select a ship, it will mark it as active. You don't have to worry about assigning a pilot or anything. A lot of people did want that as a feature, which Watchtower does. But my hope when I made this originally is I didn't want to go too hard into it, because I was hoping Bethesda was going to release
their own version, and I still hope that they do, because Fleet Commander still has a purpose, with or without the actual fleet assignment feature, because I have the shared cargo feature, and I can come up with other things that help support an active fleet. But I feel like fleet management is such a key part of the game that should have been there.
Yeah.
It needs UI support. So, you know that assignment screen you were just doing with the Xenos for Xenomaster?
Yeah.
I would love to have that for your ships that are in your active fleet, that you could assign companions to be there. And then, you know, that ship following you, when you board it, they're on there, like your crew is for your home ship, but on this other ship.
Right.
It's completely doable. And I really do hope that they add it, but I don't really know. You know, it's all speculation at this point, like where their priorities are, what they want to focus on. Is it story driven? Is it game mechanics? I can just do what I can do in the meantime. Some people might be mad if Bethesda comes out with their own fleet mechanic. I played for Fleet Commander. It's like, you know, I can't help that, but you know, best I can do is add value as much as I can, whether that means you get to have a fleet while you wait for Bethesda to come out with something, or that I change its functionalities to better support Bethesda's official features should it ever get released.
Oh, there's my.
And I really hope it does.
I
Yeah,
love
so they
getting
will,
photos of my fleet.
They'll follow you around. A lot of people
Yeah.
are very interested in the differences between Fleet Commander and Watchtower. So Watchtower, the way that they follow you is a little different. They're more constantly moving. In Fleet Commander, they just follow you at a distance, and if you get too far, they'll catch up and they'll speed up more the farther away that you are.
It's quite cool that they both work together. You know, I think I've seen some people playing with about 7 or 8 ships following them. It looks pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
neat.
think. How many does Watchtower let you have? Like 8 or 6, something like that.
8, I think.
Yeah, so I think it's 8, and it's a max of
Nice.
12 that you can have. The only thing is you shouldn't combine, like, you don't want one ship being active in your Watchtower fleet and your Fleet
That's
Commander
also,
fleet.
Yeah.
Use different ones.
Correct. And I was actually thinking of going back and adding patchless compatibility to avoid displaying ships that are part of
Gotcha.
Watchtower in the list, just so that you don't have to worry about it. They could technically do the same in their menu. Actually, Kingath had messaged me about that too. He's like, you know, let me know if there's anything we can do to kind of make these things play nicer together. Which
Well,
you didn't
that's
have
nice.
to.
That's
and I do
nice.
appreciate that.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm glad to hear that he did that. That's cool.
And that they work together. I can't tell you, like, so many people reached out to me and hit me with that, like, I don't want to play with you anymore energy. You know the meme from Toy Story where he just throws
Yeah.
Woody in the trash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But,
know.
you know,
I
I
think
also-
I'm actually gonna keep it. I don't play with Watchtower in every universe, and the reason why is, so I had bought Everbright and I had gotten the Veil, and it's like Watchtower is so all encompassing that it's like once you're playing Watchtower, you got to play Watchtower. That I wasn't doing. I literally went 2 or 3 universes and still hadn't touched these other quests, and so I finally just took Watchtower out for a while so I could do all these other things, and then I'll probably add it
That's
back.
kind of what I've heard. I had heard that, and that's what's kind of like kept me from diving in. But I am also playing an old, you know, I'm on a playthrough that I wanted to complete for adding extra mods to it.
Yeah. Well, see, that doesn't bother me at all.
I like
though,
the
'cause
mechs.
About every
The mechs, like,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
Well, every couple weeks or so, I go through the Unity and do something different. So
Gotcha. Yeah.
once I have everything decorated, I'm done. Because to me, the creating is the fun, and so once it's all done, I want to, because that's what I like to do. You know, I like when people say, well, I will never go to the Unity because I want this ship for all time. I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, you don't want to make another ship. To me, making
That's
the ship
true.
is fun. So it's funny, but everyone's different. That's why there's room for all of us. Like mod author wise, there's room for all of us because we all like different parts of the game, and it's,
Yeah, different styles, different like I think that the demographic of Starfield is actually massive, and I find it quite wholesome to come across comments, whether it be on Reddit or YouTube, from people who are like, I'm in my mid-50s, and I love like just exploring and going to different planets. Like they're not hyper focused on like, I guess, what would you call it? Pattern seeking. They're not like on that. They're just in it for the experience. They're living it moment to moment and enjoying the experience. I think that's awesome. And then I think like providing more POIs for people who enjoy exploring. I thought just occurred to me, you like to do the decorating and you like that creative aspect. Would it annoy you if, say, like you did like this big old quest experience? You get, you go on a whole journey, and then only at the end do you get access to some of like these, what would you call it, like unique furniture items and stuff like that. Would that annoy you, or would you be more like, I want to get those items?
I would totally want to get the items. So I would do the quest to get them. If there was a quest and you did a quest and you got free furniture for it, I would totally do that quest for sure. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. I was thinking about that dynamic.
And that's actually an idea I have for a mod, is to make more end-game content. Like,
totally.
and I kind of started doing it. I'll show you in a second, but want to get this guy first. Okay, I love my ankylosaurs. They're so cute. They roll around on the rugs, guys. They roll on them. So I have to have one. I'll show you what I'm kind of going for. But this would be a separate quest. I probably won't add any more furniture like this to Tailored Spaces, but oh, well, hold on, buddy. I can get two.
One really wants on your ship. Yeah, you better capture that one.
These guys are assholes. Hold on.
The little grasshopper boys.
Yeah, they're assholes. So what's funny is one of the guys that follows my channel did the animation for that thing, that little hack scarab.
Awesome.
So I have a couple devs that follow this channel. Let's see.
That's awesome. Please reach out and tell us how you make the AF files.
Worm God, you hear that? Worm God, we want to know what kind of files do we need to know how to make?
Your days are numbered. We're slowly reverse engineering your secrets.
That's funny. Okay. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is content that I would like to see, and I've gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to start making it. So I had the idea, and what's funny is I play the game every day. I hear a lot of devs say, "Oh, I haven't touched the game in a year," and I'm like, "No, I play the game," and that's actually how I get all my ideas. But I was in stream, and we got the Heart of Mars. We did the quest, Heart of Mars, right?
Awesome.
And I was like, "Well, what the heck am I supposed to do with this now? This rock, And so I decided I would make a display for it, and you can do the quest, make this piece of furniture, and then have it as like a trophy. You guys remember in Skyrim? Yeah, you have to have it to make it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that because it gives a reason, right? Like, it's not just. Yeah, totally love it.
And so then I realized, you know what? A lot of these weapons kind of suck, and I would never use them, but they would look cool in my room, So this I made for the
Rangers.
Yeah, the Ranger pistol. I never use that pistol,
Nice.
but I get it and I put it on this little rack, and then you can display it with your Ranger badge.
That's cool. Very, very cool.
So that and then I did one more. This one. So this one is the Peacekeeper, but then someone made the comment, well, what if I want to make one on my ship and I want to make one in my house? And I was like, well, that's valid. And so I just made it. You don't have to actually use the Peacekeeper. You can just use any AA-99 to make it. So,
yeah, that's cool.
So it kind of sucks as a weapon, but it sure makes a cool piece of, art to put around your house. So anyway,
I was sorry to cut in. I got excited. It's like the I love the showcase, the trophy room in the come on my brain, the bounty place.
Yeah, yeah.
Trackers Alliance.
The Trackers Alliance. That's it. Yeah, the Trackers Alliance. My brain is an absolute sieve today. So
I was thinking about making a mod that had a whole bunch of things like that, like for the named weapons, and then
cool.
make a ship hab that is a trophy room, and just do, have a trophy room that you can add this hab, and it's a trophy room, and it has.
I love that. I love it. I love the idea because it actually gives a reason. Previously, what reason is there to get these legendary items, unless it's just for the level that you are at plus a stat buff.
Right.
Otherwise, now you can actually have something to show them off, and you can keep them and collect them. I remember that was one of the joys from Fallout 3 was collecting all of the Nuka-Colas. I love that collecting kind of aspects.
Yeah, and I wanted to something. Like, if you're going through the Unity and you need another reason to do these things, then you're like, oh, I want to get this hab, and I want to get this.
Yeah.
So now I'm just thinking, how dark, how deep do I want this to go? I have the idea of having a Starborn that gives you the quest to do this. And, so I have a lot of ideas to it. So we'll see. There's going to be a lot of learning going on if I manage to do this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The idea of a trophy room is definitely appealing, just as a general thing to add to Ship Builder.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been working on the vaults, so it's cool because you could use those for the same type of purpose too if you wanted to. A really secure room, you just put your treasures in, But a trophy room is also a distinctly separate function because it's a different form of presentation.
Right.
Yeah, your vaults are keeping things locked down and safe, and the trophy room is yo, come hither, come look at me.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's the cool thing about having all these options. You just build what you want.
Oh, yep. I'm glad you like Taylor Spaces. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I said he got it a couple days ago. So. Alright, I was thinking that we should go and kill something with our fleet. Let's see if we can find something. Let's see.
So
Heisenberg.
if you like collecting things, I don't know, are you okay with using console command?
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if it will work the same. It probably will. If you go to help. Yeah, so I created a custom cosmetic system for the staple guns, and if you type in staple afterwards, it should come up with the weapon ID.
Okay.
Weapon staple gun, and then so if you give yourself 25, it should spawn. Each of them should spawn with a different.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah. And then you can just go through in the inventory and then chuck them out the window. Get rid of them in space, send them into oblivion.
Which
the
one?
FD11.
FD11?
That bottom one there, yeah. FD11.
Oh, unique?
080C. No, that's
the
a
bottom
keyword.
one, the bottom. Yeah, the bottom one.
That one, yep.
This one? Oh, okay.
Do 25. I usually do, when I was testing, I was doing 100, but that was it blows your inventory out. And
how many?
Just have to I'll go 25 just for a good selection.
Okay.
But the thing is, I made it so that these can't be. So if you go through your inventory now and have a
all right, hold on. We're gonna do the thing right. Hold on. We'll do the thing right. I'm gonna show you probably another mod that maybe you haven't seen yet, but where I do
Here
my
we go.
testing. Alright.
You know, like, what's a cool random mod for space? The one that Senator Pat did for the wormholes. I thought that was a neat, and pretty well done.
I need to. Do you guys talk to him? Do you,
Nope.
Oh.
No.
He's someone I would like to talk
He's
to
around.
about. I really like the Gardener of the Galaxy one, but
Ping him a message.
yeah, I'll have to do that because I really love it. I loved, you know how I was saying I like to find and collect things, right? I love like going and doing these quests and finding those plants and finding like unique plants.
Nice.
I mean, I absolutely love it, but it was after the update, okay? All of a sudden, there were too many of them. Like, so you go to, you go look at a desk or something, and there's one sitting there on the desk, but then there's two of them on the floor, and the people are pushing them around.
Weird.
Just, you know, it was like it went into hyperdrive and, you know, started making too many of them.
Gotcha.
And I got to the point where I could not save my game. It started a form ID issue. So something needs to get turned down. Something has to get turned down on it. I had to take it out of my inventory, and I was really bummed about it because I love it so much, you know. So I need to ask him about that. And I mean, he could have fixed it eons ago, but I want to know. I'm kind of interested what happened, like what caused that, you know.
Yeah.
But it was definitely after the update, you know, that May update. Okay, check this out. Here we go. We're gonna go in the range.
Oh, snap.
So this is part of Tank Girl's estate mod. You get that little thing, you put it down, and it's like Mary Poppins handbag where no matter where you are, it's the same. And so I put all my stuff down here, all my workbenches, her, you know, her alchemy table to make potions, and so can you improve the staple guns? That was one question I had. Is there any way to improve them?
I currently have like a whole bunch of what would you call? I think at the moment you can only customize the rubber colors. The run.
Right,
if you have a click on one.
Okay.
The reason I didn't want the main shell and the stuff to be customizable is because I wanted it to be like a collector item. And currently, all of these
are funny.
Are determined by their location.
Gotcha.
You can do some extra upgrades. Interesting.
I didn't even
just because of the dark
do
star.
anything on
There is a dark star patch.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't see a huge difference in damage, so maybe the patch is what makes the damage carry through.
Yeah, that probably.
That's funny.
So basically,
I'll use my legendary staple gun. Hold on.
Legendary staple gun.
Alright, this is what's really fun. I don't know if you guys have messed with this before.
It's not good for the iron sights. Yeah, it's a big.
That's so
this
funny.
Is death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah. The ammunition's been
That's
buffed,
funny.
So yeah.
Because you had the counter maxed at 41, or I guess 40 really.
No, I think the mag's got
anyway.
Upgrade that's not tailoring. Yeah, so basically the idea of these were to be like location based. And say like if you go into an interior, you'll find one that's like plastic and probably not roughed up, like no wear and tear.
Ooh,
But if you go out to a POI, is it the POI hiding?
These are really cool. I had a house. One of my houses had a bunch of these hung up.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got like an update coming. I've already created a whole bunch of weapon accessories.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
These are great. I like that they're
But yeah,
different. You know, like like this one is kind of roughed up and old, and I think that's neat.
Yeah, so that particular one, like if you were to find it out in the wild, would be like an old exterior. It would probably part of a packing that's used in an exterior for, you know, like I guess a colony or something like that. You know, like where you've got like some tools out and exposed to the surface. Then the clean plastic ones will be for like interiors and things like that. So you can see like that plastic one has some wear and tear. They've all got wear and tear kind of levels to them, and whether they're clean. And then there's also like additional stickers based on where they are as well. So if you go into like the mask bin, you'll find ones that have like pro armistice, like you see. If you go to Aquila, you will find them with like the Freestar Collective kind of decals as well. So like it was basically like this whole procedural system that changes the cosmetic based on location.
Now, Sweet Pea, do something really funny. Ask Malloy to implement this for all the vanilla weapons.
You know what? I'll tell you what.
Absolutely.
I would love to have. I would love to have like a Beowulf that looked like this, but the pink. I would love that. I mean,
clear plastic.
Yeah, I think that'd be so cool.
Yeah, the clear plastic was actually hell because it's you have to if you're going to do an exterior, you have to make the interior. Like
that's what I want my Beowulf to look like. That color right there.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You're like, forget it, lady. No, learn how to do it yourself.
Well, the thing is, like, before I started this, I started making the laser, you know, the mining laser, like a clear plastic. And I was like, well, how the hell would the laser contraption work on the inside? And I started looking at like old concept designs from Half-Life with the Tau gun,
I like
and stuff like that. And so I was thinking of doing a clear plastic version of the mining laser, but like I think the reception to this was kind of like, I don't think people really got the tech behind it, and they just thought, oh, it's a staple gun, so this is really dumb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release an update that actually gives it some credible combat.
Well, you know what's funny though is actually the Beowulf is the most popular gun. So if you did something like this, they actually Bethesda did that. They said that the Beowulf is like, I don't know.
Oh, what, like
look like gun?
Like literally half the time somebody is using a Beowulf. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So if you do something like the Beowulf and you do skins like that, yeah, it's gonna go over really well.
I really like the Kodma. The Kodma is just so such a cool little
And you know what? You could even
about the Kodama. The
Kodama. Yeah, whatever.
You could even do it where you have to like you know how I was saying making it where you know you want people to play and you give them a reason to play, right? You could even make it where if you find a gun that has the pink see-through, you know, then after that you can make it. Like you can.
Ah, nice, like an unlock. Yeah, like the rest.
Yeah. Like you want a purple one, then you have to try to get it. You know, make it.
Yeah, that's cool.
That would be really cool. I love stuff like that. There, I got my collection.
Yeah, but that was a staple edition. Yeah, like it was quite crazy. Do you know what it like I was saying before, and like you were saying, every mod like we embark upon, like we learn about 1,000 new things.
Right.
Like,
yep.
There's compounds, you have to start writing stuff down so you don't forget it.
I love how colorful this is. I think it's fun.
As collector's items, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
I think in some of the playthrough that I'm going through at the moment, I play like I think he's 76 years old and his name is Cecil, and he doesn't like the government. And it's just that I'm like I'm role playing as that character. In
Role playing in your future.
No, I refuse to be called Cecil. Like this is Cecil's moment. Yeah, so basically, this is whenever I'm running around and I see like the worn and torn versions, you know, the industrial versions that were all scraped and the paint's coming off.
Mhm.
I'm like, pass. And then when I come across like a clear craze, like that's got like some banging like rubber color, I'm like, yo, let's go. Like feels like I've won the lottery, and like I get that feedback. That's what I quite like about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, Sweet Pea, let me ask, because some of the other stuff I had made, did you pick up Shopping List, and have you tried it yet?
Shopping list? No, I have not.
So
but tell
Shopping
me about
List,
it.
yeah, it's one that, so I never advertised it. Not because it's bad, just because I had released like so many
Take a
things
look at
close
it.
together. I don't want to spam the community.
Mhm.
But not a lot of people seem to have picked it up, and I don't know if they don't know what it's about. I've been meaning to make a video of it, but I think it's
pretty
actually
cool, man.
really, really useful. Yeah. So what it is a special container. Did we lose you, Sweet Pea?
No, I'm here. I just
Oh, good.
restarted so I could go to the creation store.
Oh, cool. So yeah, special container. You can build them on your ship. There's like 10 variants or so. And when you go up to them, you can put things in the container. When you put things in the container, they will hand them back to you. The point is, when you land your ship at a known settlement, it will try to purchase, based on the parameters that you set in your game options, that particular item. So if you are looking for building materials, I think for you, you don't need that because you have something else that basically lets you build whatever you want. But for other people who need to get materials, it buys them out of the vendors of those settlements directly, automatically. You don't have to track it. Let's say you have a favorite gun and you always need more and more ammunition because you spend it like it's water, right? You every time you land, you could have it buy out all the ammo from every vendor of that type.
Yeah, I always struggle with the ammunition.
There's not really a sell feature. It's all about buying. It is shopping list, not selling list. But there is another feature I put on there just out of convenience, which is, again, for known settlements, for the vanilla vendors, you can initiate a trade with them from your ship using the shopping list.
Oh, wow. Well, that's kind of neat.
It's conceptually meant to be like, you've got people on your ship that you could have do shopping for you. Mm-hmm. So if you put down the shopping list, they will go out and grab the stuff, and every time you land, you just get it as long as it's on your list. It works well. So everything I do kind of like works with other stuff, right? So droppable credits, you can put a credit limit of like how much you want them to spend, and you can put that inside the container, the shopping list, and they'll use that money instead of the money directly from the player, or you could set it to like the money on your ship. So you have options.
Venture is a tough business. Going to every single player trying to find the right thing versus huge, but with shopping list, give yourself a break. Kind of neat idea.
Yeah, I hope I described it well in this.
Okay, so you have your shopping list, and so you put in like, if you know you need 7.77 ammo, you put one in there, and then it shops for that. Is that kind of right, or?
Yeah. So if you flip through the images, you'll get like a sense for it. So those are examples of some of the shopping lists that you can place down on your ship. And then you see your activate options. If it's a piece of paper, I even added this little thing where you can like scrap the paper and it just drops like a ball of the paper on the ground.
Huh.
Or you can just go in the list and do a remove all. Either or works.
And so you pick where you go to shop for it?
So in order to use that feature, you have to be in a settlement. So like if you're in New Atlantis and you hit trade, you'll get the New Atlantis list of vendors that you can trade with.
Gotcha.
So yeah, the bigger features, if you go one more over, you'll see. So you have your shopping list and you can put an item in there. If you try and put more than one item, it will just put one in the shopping list. You don't need multiple. How many credits are removed depends on like how many things it was there to purchase and what you chose inside of your game options. It's recommended to get droppable credits to go with it. Droppable credits was not available at the time, so I didn't add it to the description. But with droppable credits, you can, again, put in the number of credits you want. Because if you pick something like ammo, and you pick like 5 things of ammo, that's when you land on a planet, there's going to be a lot of ammo for sale. And that could be a huge amount of money you just spent.
Empty you out.
Yeah. This would be a problem for me because I use Z-Ogre's thing, and like there could literally be 10,000 of the ammo.
Well, see, that's still
So
the
you'd
thing.
have to like say, is there a setting that
there's game
says
options.
how many?
Yeah.
How many? I mean, can you say only buy this much?
So in game options, you can't get too specific. You can only put like 10 options or so. But yes, I do have it so you could make it so it only buys one of everything on your list if it's available, or that you can buy like 10, 20, like it escalates in number.
Gotcha.
So you do have that option as well to keep yourself safe. Or you can put a credit spend limit that once you've spent X credits, it cuts off.
Gotcha. Yeah, no,
But
you know what's funny? This would be really good for a more vanilla experience, I think. I could definitely.
It still
see where
works
this
with
would be
everybody
good.
else stuff too. Like all these kinds of systems that I've made, they're mostly self-contained. Like they play nice with others.
Yeah.
Especially my own stuff. I try to always, if I can reasonably help make something else work better, to make them work alongside each other. It's just thoughtful development, you know?
Yeah.
And I think we have the same sort of thing going too. I'm working on a special thing for vending machines next.
Oh, you know what?
And that's going to work with other people's content as well.
Yeah, tell us about that. I'm really I went ahead and downloaded this one too if you wanted to talk about it. The Starfield crime overhaul.
I love and hate the crime overhaul. I know it's going to be weird to hear that from the person who made it, right? I love it because I feel that this is a feature that always should have existed in the game, that there is a proper maintained witness system and that you could clear your bounty. What I hate is that this is a very large open world game where things are dynamically spawned in all the time. It's not Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 where you kind of know what you're working with pretty consistently. Anybody can make a mod that spawns in this or that, and you don't always know how everything's going to play well together. So, I mean, I've seen people tell me of instances where their bounty doesn't clear for some reason, but like I can't go in and know exactly what they did to get that outcome because the crime system is not well documented.
Right.
And people's games, when they start hitting like 100 mods, it's like, I'm not going to know what you did.
Well,
the game's detection system's a little weird too.
I would say for this in particular, I would say that, but just make sure this is at the end of your list so it wins the argument. That there's probably something.
It's pretty
some other
self-contained.
mod, yeah.
No,
Yeah, but you want this to win the
something-
argument. If there's going to be another mod that interferes with it, you just want this
There's
one to
no
come last.
argument. The problem is going to be like vanilla systems, right? If you chose to tweak certain gameplay settings, let's say. So there's not a conflict because I don't touch those things. There are some things that maybe I do touch. So yeah, having it lower can't hurt. If you're not sure, that's always the safest option.
Right.
Korodic, do you mean like you're trying to say that if another mod taps into like one of those base systems, that's the only kind of chance that it will compromise your workers if other vanilla systems get changed?
I don't really touch much vanilla stuff. Maybe there's like one game setting or two for this that needed to be touched to work.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so this will maintain a list of witnesses for ships that you attack. If you're on a ship, the crew of that ship, if you're in person, the people around you. And what I do to make you be able to see those witnesses, if you open your scanner, Malloy helped me with this, an
Oh, yeah, I
overlay
remember
to
that.
color people in yellow. So you know how people, when you see them in their bounty targets, they're red?
Yeah.
Witnesses will display with a yellow hue. So, yeah, there's
So you
also
can hunt down the witnesses.
There's new
Silence them.
crimes as well. Yeah, you can hunt down the witnesses. So the witnesses, you can make them be removed from the witness list by killing them. Pretty obvious. Downing them if
Send them
they're
to the
essential. Or you can use social skills. So social skills is something I really thought this game did not utilize well enough, which is why I made social skills extended to make them more accessible. Which is why I let you use social skills as part of non-lethal framework to help bring people in a way that they surrender, right? This also does the same sort of thing. You can use social skills such as diplomacy or intimidation to make them not commit to reporting you. And when everybody gets removed from the witness list, the accumulated bounty that you incurred during that session of accruing a bounty will get removed. It also tries to track, because in multiple cases you have people who are of the UC crime faction. Even in New Atlantis, there's some people that will be spawned because of how dynamic this game is that actually belong to Freestar. So if you accumulate a UC bounty and a Freestar bounty, I am tracking your bounty with multiple factions at a single time. So it's really complex, and unfortunately, because it's complex, this is probably one of those things where maybe it's not always going to work for you, but I use it myself, and for the most part, it does work for me.
Yeah, no, I haven't had any problems with this mod.
I'm paranoid. I'm
Really
constantly
like it.
looking up at the top corner of my screen to make sure, like, if I did what I thought I should do, does it work? Did it remove the bounty? Most times, absolutely it does. Worst case, maybe sometimes it doesn't, because if an actor gets unloaded, the bounty is cemented. That's how it counts somebody got away, right? That the bounty still remains. And there could be actors that maybe popped in and quickly popped out and you didn't see them. And it would just be so hard to try to trace that. Now, there is a patch that I was working on that tries to improve the logistics and understanding of who becomes a witness, how, when, why, and how they get removed. So I do need to push that patch out. I think there was like one or two other things I wanted to do for that. But yeah, I'm definitely committed to supporting it. I only wish I had priced it a little bit lower. I mean, I already priced my stuff lower than other authors, I think, for the most part. But, you know, I want people to play it, enjoy it, and feel like they got a good value out of it. And that one maybe was like 100 credits too high. But it was an immense amount of work. And the crime system is... I learned a lot about the crime system having to crack that open. Yeah, it's... I would love to see that improved in future Bethesda games, that they have like a tracked witness list like we attempted to do here, maybe in a more professional and experienced fashion. Oh, this the variable ship repair cost.
Yeah, I like this.
I'm glad you like it, because I've
sense to me.
received so much hatred. People were telling me basically like, go kill yourself. You're trash.
Jesus.
I'm not even joking. It's
Jesus.
Let me tell you something about this. I created this before anybody else did, because there is a fantastic one offered for free, and I point people to it. You are welcome to go grab that. I'm glad it exists. A dynamic medical bill cost and ship repair cost made by, I think her name is Samantha Says. It's very well done. When it came out, it was probably more well done than mine. I tried to match some of the features to make sure people who bought this still got their value. But the one thing that I did change is that you're no longer just repairing your ship. If you have this, it also does fleet repair, which complements Fleet Commander.
Right.
And in Fleet Commander, you can change your game setting that your fleet can die. It can actually die. In Watchtower, I don't think you have that option. I don't know if they will or won't add that in the future. Or if it gets low enough, whether it's shields or it's health, that it jumps out of combat. But if you let the health get damaged, well, now you have to pay to repair that ship, because the next time you enter combat, that ship's at a disadvantage.
Right.
Yeah, it could be immediately sent back out in a grab jump because it almost died. So this now has a greater purpose than it originally had. And I always try to add value to the existing things if it can be helped. So, I mean, it was Maddie Plays, who is another large YouTuber, was absolutely crapping on me for this. And they were calling it like the world's biggest cash grab. But I mean, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I've released like so many things at this point. And I've got people messaging me on the Nexus for things that are over 10 years old now. This doesn't work. Can you update this? And sometimes I've gone back like 9 years later to update it, because nobody wants to talk about like the expectation to maintain the content once it's out there.
Right.
And that takes time too. And that's kind of how I've been pricing certain things. Like some things I'll release for free, or, you know, I'll put like a price tag on it. But, you know, this is all time that I'm taking to maintain it. And when I'm charging for these things, I'm making that commitment to maintain it.
Right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for this interview. I think we got through a lot. we like covered all the things almost. So you said something, almost the season. I'll probably end up getting this. This is funny, but I love it. Thank you guys so much for all the work you do and for pushing the envelope. I'll tell you one thing. Hanging in Darkstar Discord, I'm extremely excited about what is coming for Starfield. I mean, just so many neat new things, and people just, you know, starting to really learn Blender and starting to do this and that, and I mean, it's just gonna get better. So
yeah, definitely, very, very excited.
So all right,
where am I?
Thank you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pass you off to somebody else. Let's see who we can bless with a raid.